Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, September 16th, 2024. Everything I knew about football was wrong. I think that's where I'm at right now. Unless you watched the college football show, I went 2 for 1 on my picks. I don't know what happened this week. College games were weird. NFL was unbelievably weird. Like, I don't even know what's happening. I can't even keep up with what's going on in the MLB right now. And then... Yeah, Colin, how was your weekend? I had a long weekend.
Very long. Didn't really get to watch much football. I was working.
Yeah, I didn't watch. Actually, I take that back. I watched the first half of Florida State Memphis. That is the extent of the college football I watched this week.
There was nothing that was going to make me watch that game.
Yeah. Well, there was nothing that was going to make me watch the second half. And we will definitely be talking about that game later.
Come on, Cairo.
We currently have Bears-Texans on the screen, as well as Braves-Dodgers. This is a big Sunday night baseball matchup for Braves-Dodgers. We'll be talking about the MLB Playoff Picture as well, and this is an important game for it, actually on both sides. We, of course, have NFL Week 2 recap that we'll start the show off with. We'll go through all the games that have happened, and then we'll talk about the MLB Playoff Picture. Then we've got College Football Week 3. Got the new AP poll to talk about, and then we'll do we're going to kind of start making the college football week 4 preview a little bit more brief, and we'll keep the other extra games that we want to talk about for the college football show. If you don't know what the college football show is, the Second Short college football show started last Thursday. Obviously, week 3 is a weird time to start a series, but that's just when I had the idea for it. So we started it up. That was the first one. Feel free to go back and watch it and give me recommendations before like Tuesday or Wednesday on what you might want to see on there, what you think should change, anything like that. Please let us know. But that's going to be going up Thursdays at 3 p.m. every week for college football season. If you want Colin to be on it, try really hard. You're going to have to tell him because he's busy too. But feel free to give us any recommendations on what you want to see out of it, because I had a blast shooting it last week, and I'm looking forward to it again this week. 2-1 on picks. Don't miss them. Okay. NFL, well, actually, Colin, anything you want to get into before we talk about the NFL?
I took a great nap today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm going to ask this quick question, then we'll move on. When you're taking a nap, what quantifies a good nap? Are you looking for length or like really just like sleeping like a rock?
Sleeping like a rock.
So like so would you rather nap for 3 hours or sleep heavy for 45 minutes?
Sleep heavy for 45
Okay.
minutes.
Okay. I'm not a big nap person. When I do take naps, it's like a 15-minute power nap.
Yeah. Like power naps, they just like re-energize your body.
Yeah. Like there was a couple times like before the NFL season started where like I'd come home from work, I'd do a couple things for the podcast. Once I finished my notes and I knew you guys still had like an hour till you were getting here, I'd just like lay down in my bed, fully clothed, hat on.
That's how I was.
And just
on the
cash for 15 minutes.
That's how I was on the couch. I'd laid on my back the entire time.
Yeah.
No pillow, no blanket, shoes still on.
What part of your couch were you laying on?
Because
there is one extremely uncomfortable place to lay.
It's not over like the.
Okay,
the
good.
I would lay
Yeah, because I made the mistake at you guys' house the last time I was sleeping on your couch
that was just dumb.
of laying the other way, and then I woke up at like 2 a.m. and changed directions because there's just a piece of wood in my spine.
That and like it'll just like slowly.
Yeah, it'll slowly separate. Yeah. Okay. NFL Week 2. It's time to talk about it. We'll start with Thursday Night Football, just because obviously me and Luke were done recording before that went final or even started. Bills 31, Dolphins 10. A dominant victory. I think it'll all be all the way down at the bottom, Nathan. But we won't spend too much time on it, just because you've had plenty of time to digest what happened.
James Cook versus the Miami Dolphins.
James Cook is a fucking baller. 3 touchdowns in the first half. I believe that's the most by a Bill in Bills history in one half. 3 touchdowns. It was a huge day for him. He got that receiving touchdown to start it, and then was just running really consistently. Like, he didn't even get the ball a ton. He had 1 catch and 11 carries, and he scored 3 touchdowns. Had 78 rushing yards and 17 receiving yards. Unbelievably efficient day for James Cook. And honestly, overall, the Bills didn't really have the ball that much, and they still put up 31 points. And Josh Allen, all things considered, had a pretty good day. Only didn't complete 6 of his passes. He was 13 for 19, 139, and a touchdown. No picks, no sacks, which I thought was huge for Buffalo, especially for Josh Allen, who likes to run around in the pocket. to not get sacked once against a pass rush for the Dolphins is pretty good. It's a little banged up still from last year, but they are kind of coming back to strength. And for the Bills to do that and make that kind of statement after the poor defensive showing against the Cardinals, that was huge.
Yeah, Bills look really good.
Yeah, and the defense really stepped up. Tua, obviously a big conversation topic. He got another concussion, unfortunately, and that came after already throwing 3 picks in this game. There was, I hate to use the term irony, but it was ironic. Even Al Michaels said it was ironic on the broadcast. When Tua got concussed, the person that laid the hit on him was Damar Hamlin, who had a fantastic game, by the way. He led, or was the solo leader, or the tackle leader, solo tackle leader, is what I was trying to say, for the Bills, and had a tackle for loss in this game. And got Tua out of the game, which I guess is technically a good thing for the Bills, but not a good thing for Tua's health. The Bills really just kept getting great field position. That was like the biggest thing for them all throughout this game, was just fantastic field position. Obviously, the 3 picks were a huge part of that, because like they only ran 45 plays on offense, whereas the Dolphins ran 75 plays and only scored 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the picks were really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think the first one was a deflection.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, it was a really it was a brutal deflection too, because it hit off of his receiver's shoulder pad and bounced to the guy that caught
and then
it.
The second one, it was just an overthrow.
Yeah.
And then the third one, he was just on his back foot trying to throw it out of bounds, and it just didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't get it far enough. Yeah, it was a brutal
defender
one.
just caught it on the sideline and just took it to the house.
Yeah, and like the Dolphins had the ball for 13 more minutes than the Bills in that game. But like the defensive touchdown was obviously huge for the Bills. It really swung the momentum and kind of cemented this one. And then the Bills super disciplined as well. Like I'm saying, this was probably the best complete performance you'll maybe see from the Bills at all this season. Like, it almost can't get better than this. You're 2 for 2 in the red zone. You had 1 penalty for 5 yards, as opposed to the Dolphins' 7 penalties for 50 yards and 1 for 4 in the red zone. Like, you couldn't ask for a more perfect Bills performance on defense and offense, because the defense was setting up the offense so well. And yeah, both teams had 10 drives. It's just unbelievable how good the Bills were.
And that's without Keon Coleman getting a single.
Yeah, Keon Coleman didn't catch a single pass. Last thing, just with Tua, it's said that at the moment, no plans to retire, but it is his 3rd concussion in 2 years now? Yeah. I guess technically second concussion, like second bad concussion or whatever.
I think I saw something, and it's his 4th concussion in 5 years.
That's so bad. Like, there's like, if you're a high school football player, I know a high school football player that got 3 concussions in 2 years. He had to stop playing sports.
Yeah.
Like,
usually when you hit 3 in a very
short amount of time, yeah,
you need to stop.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Andrew Luck might be giving Tua a call sometime soon and tell him to start considering some options. But we'll move on from Thursday Night Football and head into the games from Sunday. And it starts with an absolute routing. Saints 44, Cowboys 19.
Yeah, so I guess Derek Carr's good.
Yeah, and I guess Rashid Shaheed is too. Is
he taking over wide receiver 1 from Chris Olave?
Bro, like what the fuck? 70-yard touchdown again.
That's his 5th 50-plus touchdown in like 2 seasons, I think.
It's unbelievable. And then like Alvin Kamara, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, he was superhuman today.
Yeah, he had 2 receptions for 65 yards, one of those being a 57-yard touchdown. He had 20 carries for 115 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
And also, Derek Carr ran in a touchdown. I know it was 1 yard. I think it was a QB sneak.
I know.
I don't care.
Imagine if Kamara would have got that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kamara's longest run of the day was 15 yards. And he played like that. It was unbelievable. And like Derek Carr, you were right. Derek Carr did look very good. I don't know why. I don't know why any of this team looks good.
Only 11 completions for 245 yards.
Yeah. And he had 2 touchdowns. He threw 1 pick. He only got sacked once. It was for 1 yard. Like, I don't understand why he looks good. And then Dak looked relatively bad as well. Throwing the 2 picks kind of ruins your day no matter what. And he got sacked 3 times. Like, the Saints pass rush looked pretty good.
Is Cameron Jordan still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's old, but he's there.
I forgot they have Chase Young now.
Yeah. Carl Granderson had a sack and a half. Chase Young had a half sack. Brian Brzee had a sack. But yeah, just an unbelievable performance again from the Saints. Like, who would have thought the Saints would put up more points on the Cowboys than the Panthers? It's unbelievable. Oh, sorry, they did put. I thought they put 37 up on the Panthers. It was 47.
You missed a field goal there.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, 91 points in 2 games. That's like what Tennessee is doing right now in college football.
The Saints. Why is our division playing so good? Besides,
I don't know, because the Bucks also got a huge win, and that's the next game we're going to talk about. Buccaneers 20. Oh, sorry, what you got?
One more thing. Luke's favorite player had 6 receptions today.
Yeah,
Jalen Tolbert.
Jalen Tolbert.
6 receptions.
Yeah, that's why they lost.
I mean, CD had like a 70.
Yeah. No, that was Justin Jefferson.
That was
CD did have like a very long touchdown. Nonetheless, like we were talking about, Buccaneers 20, Lions 16 in Detroit. A huge victory for Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. And they didn't really do anything that great on offense. They only ran for 70 yards. Baker was 12 for 19 with a pick and a touchdown. Pick and a touchdown. He got sacked 5 times for 39 yards. Nothing made sense. Rachaad White, as inefficient as ever.
Bucky Irving's going to take over RB1 here soon.
He needs to. He had double the average yards per carry.
It might be next week.
Yeah. No, Rachaad White is but the thing is you have to have Rachaad White in the game because he probably had like 50 receiving yards.
No, I think he only had like 1 reception for 5 yards.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Rachaad White did
all the receiving yards today.
Yeah. Chris Godwin, I saw he was having a good one.
7 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because we were talking about last week, this Buccaneers offense looked so good, and they were spreading the ball around a lot. Rachaad White was catching a lot of balls out of the backfield. Bucky Irving was running well in the running game. This week, they didn't do any of that right, and they still won against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Amon-Ra had 19 targets?
Yeah, and 11 receptions. Jameson Williams had 11 targets and 5 receptions. Jared Goff was very inefficient in this game.
And what's funny is that go back down, Nathan. One of JMO's receptions was for 50 yards.
Yeah, and he had 79 yards total. But yeah, Jared Goff threw like 55 passes, I think. 55 passes for Jared Goff. 34 for 55, 307. That's only a 5.6 yards per attempt, and he didn't throw for a single touchdown and had 2 picks.
Yeah.
This phenomenon continues. When Jared Goff turns the ball over multiple times, the Lions lose.
Yeah, he was 1 away from the magic number.
Yeah, the magic number.
Usually 3 is his magic number.
Did he fumble? No, okay, they didn't fumble. Yeah, Amon-Ra, of course, had a great game, but it's kind of just high volume shooting.
Who the fuck is Tom Kennedy?
Backup tight end, 3rd string, I think. Shout out Stu Feiner.
From Bryant.
Yeah, shout out Stu Feiner. Shout out the Kennedys. Yeah, the Bucs offense just kind of works, I guess.
Nathan,
I don't know.
Go look at Luke's text.
Oh God, Jahmyr Gibbs, bad game. For real, just a pretty bad game receiving wise, but he had 7 receptions, which is unbelievable.
Yeah,
7 receptions for 22 yards by Jahmyr Gibbs is crazy. Because the Bucs were putting good ass pressure on the Lions. I have to give them some credit for that. They did look very good on both sides of the ball. It's just like their offense wasn't efficient, but they were in such good field position that couldn't even deny it.
Hutchinson had 4.5 sacks.
Yes, Aiden Hutchinson went fucking nuclear. He had 5 total tackles, and they were all contributing to a sack. 4.5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Yeah, hit the quarterback 5 times.
Insane.
Unbelievable day for Aiden Hutchinson, and they still lost. That's what I can't quantify here. Is like by every defensive metric, the Lions should have won this game, but Jared Goff threw it away twice.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Yeah,
Brian Branch, have a day.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Oh,
Shout out Tom Kennedy.
Kick returner.
Sorry, he's a wide receiver. He's not a tight end. He's white, so I just kind of...
Yeah, so... Buccaneers Saints look good.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Falcons play on Monday night. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this. But let's move on to Colts 10, Packers 16. How the fuck did Malik Willis not only throw a touchdown pass for the first time in his career, but win a football game?
Josh Jacobs won this football game.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs won this football game. But I got to give Malik Willis credit. He didn't throw a pick. He was 12 for 14, 122 and a touchdown. No picks, no sacks. The offensive line did him a lot of help.
He didn't scramble as much as I thought he would either.
No.
Only 6.
No, he was sticking to the game plan, which I can respect out of him. But the 6 carries for 41 yards was good. Josh Jacobs, 32 fucking carries.
That's insane.
151 yards. Now, if you didn't expect him to get a shitload of carries, you're dumb.
Yeah.
But 32 carries is unbelievable. Especially when on the other side, Jonathan Taylor had 12 carries and had 103 yards. He had a great day.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Richardson really controlled himself also with 4 carries.
Yeah. He didn't control himself in the passing game. 17 for 34, 204, 1 touchdown, 3 picks.
Nathan, how you feel about that?
Nathan, how is
Not as good as last week.
Yeah.
In case you're new here, Anthony Richardson is Nathan's fantasy football quarterback.
Yeah, don't worry. My quarterback that I thought was going to rush for a lot didn't either.
Until the second quarter, he was at negative points.
Yeah, I know. When you
it
said
was
something
rough.
about what happened to Anthony Richardson, I was going to say, don't you mean AR negative 1.35? Because that's how many points he had.
It was really rough. He finished with 13.9.
Jaden Daniels had like 15.
If it makes you feel any
Hey,
better.
better than Tua.
Yo,
That's
crazy.
That's who
All
I'm
right,
playing
you're
against.
on probation.
That's who I'm playing
No
against.
talking into the mic
If
for
it
the
makes you
next
feel any
game.
better, my quarterback just threw a 28-yard touchdown pass.
If that makes you feel better, yeah. I need Drake London to put up 21
This was
points.
just a shit show of a game.
Yeah, no, it
my
was bad.
conclusion, I told Grayson, Nico, yeah, nice.
Nice.
Jaden Reed is nothing without Jordan Love.
Except in the running game. 2 carries, 37 yards for Jaden Reed.
He's always been a good.
Yeah,
runner.
he's a good
They
end-around guy.
run, jet sweeps and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, so yeah, there's nothing really much more to talk
No,
about. this game.
I had 2 notes. It was Josh Jacobs is a workhorse, and what the fuck happened. Those are my 2 notes for that game. Okay, Jets 24, Titans 17. Nathan, you're not allowed to talk for this one. You're suspended for 1 game. Okay, I was so close to picking up Braylon Allen in fantasy this morning.
How is he on the waiver wire?
I was so fucking close to picking him up. Now, like, the yards weren't good, but 2 touchdowns. Like, he's the youngest player in the NFL.
Yeah, he needs to take over for Brees Hall. Brees Hall is kind of washed.
Brees
What do
Hall
you think
still had
about
like a
that?
decent game. Brees Hall had 14 carries, 62 yards. Braylon Allen, 7 carries, 33 yards, but he had a touchdown, and he had 2 receptions, 23 yards, and a touchdown.
Damn, Brees Hall had 8 targets?
Yeah, Brees Hall was getting a lot of passes. The Titans had good pressure on that Jets offense and like on Aaron Rodgers. It's just like he had to throw to somebody. Garrett Wilson only got 6 targets for 4 receptions, 57 yards. But I think overall, like, this is kind of where we can kind of talk about this. Passing yards in general are just down.
Yeah.
Like, me and Luke talked about it. We got spoiled by a hell of a generation. Like, we got spoiled by like 8 quarterbacks that are like all top 15 all time, all being in the league at the same time. Now, like, some of those guys are getting old, like Aaron Rodgers, or just are out of the league. And now people don't throw the ball like that.
But also,
it's just not how it goes.
defenses are just getting so much better.
Yeah, and they're
corners
so
are
athletic.
developing and just getting so good.
Yeah, on the defensive side, Will McDonald having a great game. 3 sacks in this game. Harold Landry III on the Titans had 2 sacks in this one.
I think both defenses played really well.
Yeah, both defenses are really good. I think the Titans defense is awesome too. Like they didn't really look that bad against the Bears last week. It's just the Bears defense was even better than theirs.
Yeah, Nathan, scroll up. Like, I don't think Garrett Wilson had that good of a day because Legarius Sneed.
No, like I said, 4 receptions, 57 yards.
Yeah, for Garrett Wilson to have 4 receptions, that's good.
Yeah, and then like Ridley had like a relatively good day, only 4 receptions, but 77 yards and a touchdown. And that's going up against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. So
Mike Williams, first reception as a Jet.
yeah.
He's still recovering from that injury.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
not 100%.
Definitely. Ridley really was Will Levis' saving grace. Like, Will Levis, like, if you go up, Nathan, can you scroll real quick and show us his stats? Like, he was a little bit better than what he showed off last week against the Bears. But 19 for 28 is not great when you're not throwing downfield a lot.
Yeah.
He still only threw for 192 yards. So, even just on completions, he was only getting 10 yards per completion. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, a nice 6.9 yards per attempt. But he got sacked 4 times for 22 yards.
Which you can expect that from the Jets defense and a not so great Tennessee O-line.
True. I feel like with Tony Pollard, you're probably expecting a little more out of him in this one. Not his most efficient day. 17 carries, 62 yards, no touchdowns. Tyjae Spears, no better either. Calvin Ridley had a rushing touchdown, which I thought was funny.
It was really weird.
Yeah. But yeah, Calvin Ridley kind of bailed out Will Levis in this game, but they still lost. The Jets did, this was two teams that I was looking to see what they could do this week. They both had kind of tough losses to teams that people thought they were going to lose to anyways in week one, and then they bounced back, and it was another close game.
Yeah.
Tough for the Titans to go. It was 24-17 last week too, wasn't it?
Both games were
Yeah, two straight 24-17 losses. So you can count on the Titans to score 17 points every week.
Yeah, they really need DeAndre Hopkins back to full health.
Yeah. All right, on to the next game. Another game where my first note is what the fuck happened. 49ers 17, Vikings 23.
Never in a million years would I have thought the 49ers.
No,
were gonna
and
lose
what's
this game.
unbelievable too is the 49ers offense looked pretty damn good, but the offensive line did not.
Yeah, Brock Purdy was running for his life.
Yeah, he got sacked 6 times in this game, only for 22 yards. So that just means that the pocket collapsed on him. It's not like he was trying to do something with it. Like the pocket just kept collapsing on him. Jordan Mason had another fantastic day. 20 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Just unbelievable day for him. And Brock Purdy had 319 in the air. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nathan, you're off suspension. You can talk.
Yes. Is Jordan Mason making a case to get a contract as an RB1 somewhere next year?
Okay, no, hold on.
I just want to pose
Hold
a
on.
question now.
Let's not get Alexander Madison here.
That's fair.
Just give it time.
I just want to let you guys talk.
Look, McCaffrey will be on the IL. He got put on the IR, so Jordan Mason's got 4 more weeks. Let's see what happens. Let's just pump the brakes.
When your quarterback's getting sacked 6 times, that means the D line's looking good. But if you're still running for 100,
yeah,
that's pretty damn good, I'd say.
Let's see if he can hit 6 straight games over 100 yards.
I don't think that's gonna happen. If he could stay over 75 in every one of these games, I'll say that somebody's gonna try and get him.
You think he might go by the
trade deadline? It depends on how healthy McCaffrey is when he comes back.
Who has an old running back that needs?
There's a lot of teams that could probably use just a solid guy who can put up 100 yards.
Yeah, I think
Top 3 targets for him. Both you go.
The Bengals pass on Zach Moss and
Yeah,
Chase Brown
I think
get
it's
him?
also like it'll probably be a team that has injury problems by that point.
the Vikings could be
Yeah, the Vikings could honestly be looking at him.
Giants.
But they have Ty Chandler and Aaron Jones, who
The
have both
Giants,
had good
Devin
games.
Singletary hasn't looked great.
I think he had a good game
touchdown,
today.
but
I think he had 90 yards.
Okay.
But week 1, he did not look good. So I agree with you on that
And
one.
then also you
I
have
think the Commanders, Austin Eckler looks so bad
but
at all times.
Brian Robinson looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like you want 2 running backs.
But the Raiders,
Yeah, they did not run the ball well today, but they did somehow win. But okay, Sam Darnold had to have given the Vikings the playbook from last year, right? Like that's definitely what happened here. Sam Darnold kept his playbook from last year and said, "Hey, coach, this is what Kyle Shanahan's going to do today."
well, if the 49ers didn't know that he was going to do that, that's on them.
Yeah, that's true. What's also on them is that Justin Jefferson's not a human.
97-yard touchdown.
Yeah, what the fuck? 4 receptions, 133 yards,
And I can
97
I
of
can
those
only
in one
assume
play.
that Javarius Ward was covering him, right?
Probably, if I had to guess, or it was the one play he wasn't.
I saw the end of the play when he was at like the 50
Mhm.
and going, and he made 2 defenders look like they were playing NCAA and could not pursue anything because there was literally 2 guys in front of him, and all he did was stop and run back to the other side of the field and ended
Yeah.
up just beating them around the side
Yeah,
and got it.
that's
He
what
did
happens.
have somebody come block one of them at the last second, but it was like at the 1.
Did he
Yeah.
look like DK Metcalf and the DK Buda Baker?
Or like Julio
No, it
Jones, like every single
He
time.
looked like if Buda Baker was DK Metcalf, and Buda was never going to catch him.
Fair.
Last thing, big day for Will Reichard. 3 for 3,
Looks good.
being the difference maker in this game. Yeah, let's get a field goal. Actually,
No, save
let's
it.
wait till the Commanders game,
Yes.
and then we'll get a
Okay,
field goal.
I
out
got
of it.
I was going to say let's save it to the end.
Yeah, we can save it to the end of the segment too, but we're definitely going to be talking about field goals for the
Debo
Commanders.
had a day.
Yeah, Debo did have a great day. We'll give him some shine before we
Yeah,
move on.
I-
8 receptions, 110.
I didn't watch this game, but someone said George Kittle got carted off the field.
Yeah, he got carted off, and then he just got an IV, and then came back.
So I don't know. I don't know.
I think he came back.
I don't know what the
I
status
could be
is
wrong.
on him, but hopefully it's good because
Hopefully he's fine.
He is a key part in that offense.
Yeah, definitely. And he had a touchdown this game. We ready to move on?
Yeah, there's nothing
Okay.
really else to talk about.
Seahawks 23, Patriots 20 in overtime. An overtime field goal by Jason Myers wins the game for the Seahawks.
This one was very weird because it wanted to be a good game,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a very good game.
Yeah, and this was a Seahawks team without Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
That did not run the ball well
which
whatsoever.
made Geno Smith throw the ball, and look,
Oh my God. Gino, look, I talked my shit, and I danced on his grave last week.
what?
He was cramping. Okay.
That's fine.
But I talked to my shit, and I danced on his grave last week saying Geno Smith's not good. I told everybody. He came out, he proved me wrong. Look, I wrote him off. He didn't write back. He did it again.
Also, who has Hunter Henry in our league?
Bruh, yeah, whoever has Hunter Henry,
I will sell my soul for Hunter
Yeah, I
Henry.
will sell my soul for Hunter Henry. Because Juwan Johnson ain't cutting it.
Because let me tell you, tight ends are tough.
Yeah, they're
Right
tough
now.
to come by, especially when they're hurt.
Who has them?
Cullen does not have the waiver money to pick up Hunter Henry.
Oh, he's on waivers?
He's on waivers.
Oh,
the one.
fuck.
Nick,
You
I'll-
wish,
Let's see
bud.
how high
Nathan,
people get for
I will
this one.
trade you Tyreek Hill for 500 waiver cash.
He doesn't have a quarterback. He has Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, but Sky's in his name.
Air
gonna
raid.
Air it out.
All right.
Yeah, back to this game. Geno looked a whole lot better. 33 for 44, 327, 1 touchdown, no picks. He got sacked 3 times, but that's just his offensive line's not good.
Antonio
DK.
Gibson.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
sorry,
could talk
we'll
about
talk about the
we'll talk
Seahawks
about
first.
we'll talk about the Seahawks first. DK. Damn.
Damn.
JSN. Damn. What the fuck? Like the Seahawks finally found out how you're supposed to use Jackson Smith and Jigba. He had 117 yards on 12 receptions,
16 targets.
and he only had a long of 24.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf opened up the game with a 56-yard touchdown and then just coasted on that for the rest of the game. Finished 10 receptions, 129.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to play with DK, you know.
Yeah, DK, give him the long ball, give him physical catches. JSN, let him use his route running abilities within 10 yards and just hit him consistently, and you're going to get a good game out of both of them.
Yeah, I mainly was talking about like how DK has to have a minimum double-digit reception game.
Yeah, he does. And like it only took 14 targets. Sometimes that has taken a lot more.
Yeah.
But when he's on, he's on. It's unbelievable. But yeah, now let's talk about the Patriots. Hunter Henry, 8 receptions, 109 yards. Holy
12
shit.
targets.
Yeah, but then this just kind of brings everything down a little bit on the Patriots side. The next leading receiver was Jalen Polk with 2 receptions for 12 yards,
Hey,
and
got
he had a
his
touchdown.
First career touchdown.
Got his
in
first
the
career
NFL.
touchdown.
24 targets, and Hunter
Yeah.
Henry had half of them.
Yeah. Has Roma Dunze caught a touchdown yet?
No.
So he's the last of the 3 Washington receivers. Because
Oh, yeah,
Taylor
'cause
McMillan
he
got one
caught
last
one
week. Yeah,
Rome,
that's true.
Rome only has 1 reception.
sneak preview for what I'm probably going to say on Friday's episode. Roma Dunze, anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah. Take it.
Who do they play next week? Who did
The Bears,
yeah, who do the Bears play next week?
probably someone tough.
Probably. It's like their whole schedule. Oh, Colts.
That could be.
Yeah,
a game.
Kenny Moore is going to be on Keenan or DJ.
Probably DJ.
Yeah, more versus more. Who wants it more?
Antonio Gibson had a great day on the
Yeah,
ground.
Antonio Gibson, 11 carries, 96 yards. And then Ramondre Stevenson following him up pretty well. Not efficient
21
whatsoever.
carries.
Yeah, 21 carries for 81 yards. Not good, but he got the touchdown. Nathan, what was the... Nice. Damn. Yeah, Nathan's fantasy team's struggling, but isn't everybody's?
No.
Yeah, I guess. I need 21 points from Drake London, and I'll get a win.
But yeah.
Oh,
Seahawks take it in OT. So
yeah. It was a good win for the Seahawks.
They moved to 2-0.
Yeah, not a very clean 2-0.
That's I think they're leading that division now.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, the Cardinals lost week 1. It was a close one. but yeah.
Rams lost, Cardinals lost,
Cardinals
and
lost,
49ers
49ers
lost.
lost. Yes, Seahawks sole first place. Okay, let's move on. Giants 18, Commanders 21. Now, if you thought what Chris Boswell did last week was impressive, add another one on there for Austin Siebert. 7 for 7. Holy shit. 21 points, and he kicked all 7 field goals, long of 45. First week on the team, I'm pretty sure. He might have been on the team just as like a backup or practice squad guy, but they cut Cade York last week, and he scored all the points for them.
So you guys are telling me we have 2 weeks in.
Yep.
And 2 teams have won without scoring any form of a touchdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they've scored over 15 points.
Yeah.
Every time.
6 field goals and then 7 field goals.
That is insane.
Yes. Luckily
Kickers
for the
are people
Commanders, they were facing the Giants. Look, the Giants didn't even look that bad. I think we're starting to see the beginnings of Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors connection that is extremely good. Malik Neighbors had an insanely good day. 10 receptions, 127 and a touchdown.
He's like the only wide receiver they can really trust.
Yeah, they targeted him 18 times. Next was Darius Slayton with 4 targets.
Since
as well as
Malik Neighbors
Wandale
has joined the team, I think Jalen Hyatt is going to go to the XFL.
Bro, for real. No, because Darren Waller retired right before the season started.
Who's that one guy? Bellinger?
Is he even a
No, not Cody Bellinger. Dipshit.
Devin? No. It's a D name. Derek, maybe? It's Gar, I'm pretty sure, as well.
No.
Oh, Daniel. It's ER. I'm dumb.
Theo Johnson.
Yeah, Theo Johnson. He's definitely a blocker.
Penn State. No, if he had played at Penn State, absolutely.
Yeah, because he was definitely at Penn State at the same time as Laporta.
He only has 1 reception this
and he's a rookie.
season.
Let's see. On the Commander side, Jaden was passing the ball really well. He started off the game 9 for 9, and then he got hit in the ribs while running, and that just kind of slowed him down and everything. The passing wasn't bad. He just wasn't throwing downfield as much after he took that rib shot. Only ran the ball 10 times this week. 44 yards, not bad.
Yeah.
But just you could tell that hit kind of slowed him down. Luckily, they had the field goal kicking to propel them to a win.
I think the Giants could have easily won this game if Malik Neighbors doesn't drop that.
Or if their kicker didn't get hurt on like the opening kickoff, and their punter had to kick all their field goals, which was 1 extra point, and then they tried to go for 2. They failed the 2-point conversion. What? Yeah, because they got fucked over by their kicker getting hurt on the opening kickoff.
Why did Ronnie just send me an audio file?
Oh God, Let's not open that till this is over. That could be like really bad. There's no telling what that is. Shout out Ronnie though. Brian Robinson Jr. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, ever since he got shot, he's superhuman now.
Okay, that's crazy because he's had a lot of bad games. Yeah, actually, you're suspended for the rest of this game. Okay. You're missing the second half. We didn't talk about Devin Singletary. 16 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. But yeah, on the Washington side, Brian Robinson Jr. did look significantly better. Austin Eckler still sucks, but in the receiving game, he's fine. Shout out Zach Ertz, though. I know he only had 4 receptions for 62 yards. He led the team in receiving yards, but he had one big moment that was actually huge for the Commanders, which was he was kind of waiting on a pass, and Jaden Daniels kind of floated it in, and it was easily picked off, and Ertz just kind of grabbed onto it with the guy. But it was clear that the Giants player got to the ground where Ertz was not even touching the football, but he stayed with it, and they just said that Ertz caught it. And then Jaden Daniels and the Commanders ran up to the line, snapped the ball. They couldn't do anything. And then they showed that Brian Dable threw down his challenge flag, and the refs didn't see it. It's unbelievable, but that was a huge momentum shift in this game, and it was all because Zach Ertz just followed the ball. Malik Neighbors did drop the pass on that 4th down conversion that kind of killed them as well. But yeah, look, the Giants had a bunch of shortcomings. Did anybody expect that? Well, no, we did. We did expect that. Close. But yeah, they were all over this Commanders offensive line. It was unbelievable. Micah McFadden had a sack. Drew Phillips had a sack. Jason Pinnock had 2. Bobby Okereke had a sack as well. It wasn't even the guys up front. Like Kayvon Thibodeau didn't have a sack. Dexter Lawrence didn't have a sack, and neither did Brian Burns. But they were putting so much pressure on that somebody else was having to get him. So a pretty good game. I'm going to be honest. I saw improvement out of both these teams compared to what I saw last week. So I think both of them can take good things away from this. Let's talk about a game where I don't know if anybody's taking a good thing away from this other than J.K. Dobbins. Chargers 26, Panthers 3. You're back in.
Can I say something real quick? Zach Ertz is also on free agency. Ronnie dropped him this morning.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna put in a bid.
All right, just wanted to.
I was close.
So if you want to bet on him and not Hunter Henry, that'd be great. Thank you.
No. I'll just bet on both.
I don't know.
I'll trade you whichever one. I don't want.
I have the Rams tied in. Now that Cooper Kupp might miss some time too.
Oh, that's true.
That's no Cooper Kupp, no Puka, and no Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Okay, Chargers 26, Panthers 3. At least I do know one thing. I said at the top of the show that I thought everything that I thought was wrong. I did know that the Panthers suck. Is Bryce Young going to get benched?
I think the Panthers are going to draft a quarterback this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be crazy.
First year is okay. I understand.
But they didn't help him. They didn't get any offensive line, and that's the biggest
84
problem.
Yards in a
Give him an offensive line. He's a small quarterback. He needs an offensive line.
Okay. So you're saying give it one more year?
Yeah, I think you
Draft all O line this
honestly,
year.
yeah. You can't
O-line-
miss on 7 offensive
O-line
line.
and defense.
Yeah, they could use
Because you
him.
got to give J.C. Horn some fucking help.
Yeah, you already got rid of his help. Dante Jackson and Brian Burns in the same offseason, and you got fucking Deontay Johnson out of it. Like, come on. What the worst thing is about this game? Tommy Tremble led the Panthers in receiving yards with 23.
I'm pretty sure that is Bryce Young's favorite receiver on that team.
No, it's just whenever they play like shit, he plays well. I remember he scored that one touchdown. I think it was in the game they beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Tommy Tremble. On the Chargers side, though, they kind of just looked pretty good. Herbert did throw a pick. He was 14 for 20, 130, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Got sacked one time for no yards. Crazy. But J.K. Dobbins is definitely the one to give props to, and it's kind of scaring me. 17 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. He surpasses, I think, 130 for the second game in a row. He looks too good and too healthy.
Yeah,
This is not J.K. Dobbins.
This isn't the guy we saw in the Ravens.
Yeah, and I also would like to point out, he got the same procedure on his Achilles that Aaron Rodgers did. Aaron Rodgers is not moving like that.
You can't compare Aaron Rodgers.
I know,
and
but
J.K.
I'm
Dobbins
just saying,
together,
like
man.
the way that Aaron Rodgers looks super restricted on the field compared to J.K. Dobbins, I know there's a big age difference.
What's
blah
the
blah
age
blah.
difference?
Whatever. I'm just saying they got the
50
same
years?
procedure, and J.K. Dobbins came back from it 10 times better.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Nathan?
I just want to point out on the Bryce Young thing here. I looked up the average time in the pocket before being pressured or throwing the ball.
Okay.
1.8
And-
seconds.
Not
No.
even. No, it's definitely 0.5.
He's actually tied for the 11th best.
Really?
2.4 seconds. He is tied with people like Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, Lamar.
But is that before he
Will
leaves the
Levis.
pocket?
It is before he either leaves the pocket
Or
due
throws.
to pressure or
See,
releases the ball.
That's the
So
thing.
he's releasing the ball quickly because of the pressure.
But
he's got it for long enough.
Yeah, but he's not moving out fast enough.
Yes.
That's why he throws so many incomplete passes.
But Lamar also at the same
Yeah,
amount of time.
But Lamar
he's-
can run out of it.
He is getting longer in the pocket than people like Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Cousins, Jaden Daniels, Geno Smith, Jordan Love,
Yeah.
Rodgers.
But those
Burrow,
guys are
Caleb
also
Williams.
elite at getting the ball out of their hands.
Baker Mayfield is at 1.9.
Yeah.
And he is doing great. I also want to point out, though, that Bryce Young is tied for third in sacks or being sacked
Yeah.
on the year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I think, if anything, he either needs to just get out of the pocket quicker.
But it's not that
Or
easy.
yeah, exactly. Or he needs to find a way to get somebody open short and beat him.
Yeah.
Like he needs a check down
Yeah.
artist.
But he doesn't have good receivers.
he can't see
Yeah.
the defenders coming.
Yeah.
Well, that's true as well. But like, how many targets is like the running backs getting?
5,
5 and 3.
so 8.
Yeah. And unfortunately, one of those is Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
You know.
that's Miles Bummy Sanders
Miles
Sorry.
Bummy
on
Sanders.
this pod.
Yeah. And not Jatavian Bummy Sanders.
So
Jatavian.
do you think
Sanders.
it's an offensive line issue or a both
Yes.
issue?
I think it's an everybody issue.
Yeah.
Everybody on this team sucks, including the brand new coaching staff, the ownership, like everything about this franchise sucks.
There is one player.
I can say
on the
that
team
because
I know that does not.
I can say that because there was a job offer that I was gonna apply for with them. They took it down off the website, so I can say that the entire Yeah, that franchise sucks.
JC, they need to get JC Horn out of Carolina. They are punishing him.
Yeah, please get him
By
out.
playing
It's
Carolina.
punishment. I think I said that last week.
Yeah.
It's punishment that Jesse Horn plays
Bryce Young is also
in the NFL.
tied, or he is sitting in 5th right now in times hurried, and is sitting in or tied 3rd right now in times blitzed. So it seems like teams
Everybody's blitzing them because
teams know
they
that
should.
they can just
Yeah.
get there, put the pressure on him, and he's not going to have an option to do anything.
Yeah,
Because of the offensive line is not going to be able to handle the blitz or the hurry.
yeah. I think last point before we move on to the next game. I think the reason he's staying in the pocket so long and like it's the time before pressured is that his tackles are so bad that these edge rushers just go around them. So he steps up in the pocket to try and extend the play, whereas most other players have receivers that are open in front of them that they could check it down to. He doesn't have anybody to throw to in those positions, so he has to try and extend the play by moving around and avoiding the pressure. I think that's why that number is so high.
You guys want to take a guess at the people who are tied for first in times blitzed? So it's 14 times.
Trying to think.
Kirk Cousins.
And this might not have week 2 updated.
Oh, okay.
But
Kirk Cousins.
nope.
Trying to think of
Not
teams
in the
with
top
bad. It's going to be teams with bad offensive lines.
Daniel Jones.
5th.
Okay. Herbert.
Joe Burrow.
He has a
Also
good
fifth.
offensive line.
Joe
Makes sense.
Burrow, not even in the top 15.
Geno.
Geno Smith is 10th.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is one of them.
Yeah. Rams offensive line sucks.
The
We
other
saw
one-
that on display this week.
The other one is Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
who
That offensive line's always banged up. Tristan Wirfs is like
but
hurt
he's
every
still,
year.
He's still making plays.
Yeah, he is.
I'll give it to Baker for
He is.
being blitzed that much.
Well, he
he's
has
still
one of the
making things
best
work.
1-2 combos at wideouts.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's
very-
true. And they added Jalen McMillan to
He's
that
got
fold.
people that can actually get open.
Yeah,
create
and
space.
Rashad White is a huge part of his game.
Yeah,
Like passing wise.
yeah.
It's
Tom
huge.
Rush.
All right,
No.
nothing more to talk about this
Yep.
game.
Browns 18, Jaguars 13.
This game sucked.
Yeah, the Browns also weren't like necessarily impressive. Like they won, but they were not impressive really at all. Like Deshaun Watson, still a bad guy, convict. 22 for 34, 186, no touchdowns, no picks, got sacked twice. Jerome Ford, inefficient running. Oh, actually, sorry, efficient running, just not a lot of it because they were giving the ball to Donta Foreman, who was inefficient. Deshaun Watson ran for a touchdown this game.
A 1-yard touchdown.
Yeah. On the Jag side, Trevor Lawrence kind of bad. No, bad. 14 for 30 is bad. For 220, no touchdowns, no picks. Got sacked 4 times for 24 yards. So he's getting
So
sacked for
Myles
6
Garrett
yards at a
had 2
time.
of them.
No, Myles Garrett had one. I already wrote this. I think I put this one down. 4 sacks allowed, all to different people.
You get a sack.
But Myles Garrett did have one of them. Yeah, that was weird. The Jags' offensive line is so bad. Brian Thomas Jr. still looked good though. 2 receptions, 94 yards.
He had 1 reception for 66 yards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yep.
sure he had 1 reception going into the last drive.
He had 66 yards and 28 yards.
That's quick math.
Thank you. It's easy when it's multiples of 2. But yeah, I wouldn't say that like this was a Browns bounce back game
No.
because like this is essentially as good as they played against the Cowboys.
You have to find a way to get the ball in Amari Cooper's hands.
Yeah, which is impossible because why would you cover anybody else
3 receptions is unexcusable.
on 8 targets?
Yeah. How many of those were overthrows or
Definitely,
underthrows?
definitely bad throws. Yeah, I really don't have much else to talk about this game. It was just really bad. This ended, I think I would confidently say, the worst game of the
Yeah,
week.
also, I know Calvin Ridley left, but does Trevor Lawrence hate Christian Kirk?
I think Christian Kirk just can't get open.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know, but if you're a defensive player in the NFL or a defensive coordinator listening to this, guard Brian Thomas Jr.
And Gabe Davis.
and Gabe Davis, which like Gabe Davis 7 targets, 3 receptions, which is like his bread and butter.
How many of those were the go route?
Yeah, exactly, and he missed all of them probably. Yeah, I don't have anything else on this one. So let's talk about maybe the weirdest result of the day. Like I thought 49ers Vikings was weird. This is the weirdest one of the day, without a doubt. Raiders 26, Ravens 23. The Raiders go on the road to Baltimore and beat them
Yeah.
in an extremely unimpressive way. The Raiders come out and just have a performance of a lifetime to win.
That's an 0-2 start for your Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, like they had to make for as many things as the Raiders did wrong in this game, everything had to fall their way to win this game. And somehow it did. Like Gardner Minshew, 30 for 38 is amazing. 276, 1 touchdown. The 1 pick's tough. He got sacked 5 times for 43 yards.
Jeez.
And then they couldn't run the ball at all. Zamir White had 24 rushing yards, and they had 27 rushing yards as a team. Alexander Madison had 4 carries for 1 yard. His long was 3, and he had a touchdown. What the fuck happened here? Like, I genuinely can't understand how the Raiders did well outside of the passing game.
I don't know. I remember seeing one play that resulted in a touchdown. So Devontae Adams and like Marlon Humphreys were like basically having like a fight in the end zone. And Gardner Minshew looked at it and just threw the ball to Devontae Adams and drew a PI that got him to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Throw a 1-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Adams.
Yeah. No, I was going to point out Devontae Adams and Brock Bowers complement Gardner Minshew so well because they're physical receivers, so he doesn't have to wait till you're open to throw to them. They're also both very good at running after the catch, and they're just such pure receiving players that it works so well. Devontae Adams had like 100 and something yards. Can you scroll down real quick?
Yeah, when you have Gardner Minshew, you don't need a run game.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, 9 receptions, 110, 1 touchdown. Brock Bowers, 9 receptions, 98 yards. That's a phenomenal day to have out of 2 of your players.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, 9 for 9.
Yeah, extremely sure hands. Isaiah Likely got extremely limited.
Yeah.
Which I'm not surprised by. I think just about any defensive coordinator in the world could have told you that the Ravens were going to try and target Isaiah Likely if you left him open again. They didn't leave him open. And they also...
They used Mark Andrews.
Yeah, they used Mark Andrews, who actually didn't have a bad day. 4 receptions, 51 yards isn't bad for a tight end.
No, that's a great day.
Yeah, and then Zay Flowers had a great day as well. A lot of targets, 11 targets, 7 receptions, but he's also like the only skilled wide receiver on this team.
I think it's safe to say Derrick Henry is enjoying his time in Baltimore right now.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Even though they're losing, but like
18 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
He looks like a different Derrick Henry than that was on Tennessee.
I want to know why Lamar wasn't running the ball. 5 carries for Lamar is like unheard of.
They were
pressuring him pretty well. I think Max Crosby probably looked pretty well.
That and they probably kept spies to prevent it.
Yeah, which is what you have to do. Yeah. Max Crosby had 2 sacks, 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss.
I mean,
and a pass breakup.
Christian Wilkins looked also really good.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins looked really good. Robert Spillane is an awesome linebacker. Odafe Owe had 2.5 sacks for the Ravens, 2 tackles for loss. Van Noy, really Van Noy, what like injury did he get last week? He had some he broke his orbital bone and still played in this game.
What's an orbital bone?
It's like in your it's like around your eye.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That is badass. So
yeah. No, he broke his orbital in the Chiefs game and played this week. It's unbelievable.
I respect it.
Yeah. They lost. But like the Ravens offense really wasn't that bad. The defense was kind of it was bad outside of getting sacks. Like they sacked them 5 times. They couldn't do anything with the secondary. Like, yeah, Marlon Humphrey had the 1 interception, but like, just didn't. The Raiders shouldn't be able to do this to anybody. That's my problem.
The Raiders should not beat the Ravens.
No. Justin Tucker missed a field goal, which was obviously the difference maker in a 3-point game. Colin, how do you feel about Justin Tucker missing another field goal?
It's 2 straight weeks.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about something else that's happened for 2 straight weeks. The Cardinals' offense went fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Rams 10, Cardinals 41.
Safe to say Kyler Murray's really excited for BO6.
Dude, I almost threw up when I saw this score early in the game. It was like halftime, and because I wasn't watching this game. I was watching the other 2 4 o'clock games.
Yeah, I was watching Steelers Broncos.
Yeah, I was watching Steelers Broncos and Bengals Chiefs. Well, I don't have any fantasy players on these teams. I have the Denver punter to watch, which I got to watch him quite a bit.
He went nuts today.
Yeah, he had a good day. 2 weeks in a row. Last week he had a good one too. But the Cardinals offense, it was like halftime. I see the score pop up and like 24-3. Excuse me. And like this game was just rolling on. And it's probably because James Conner ran the ball so many times. But the Cardinals offense is electric. They looked good against the Bills, who shut down the Dolphins, and now they look good against the Rams, who did a pretty good job defending the Lions last week. This Cardinals offense is for real, and this time they got Marvin Harrison Jr. involved.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Nathan, I'd like you to take a note. Never let me underestimate Maserati Marv ever again.
Maserati Marv.
Don't let me do it. If you hear it on a Friday episode, you have to yell at me on the Monday episode. Thank you.
I'm almost positive Matthew Stafford's hurt.
Yeah.
He did not.
Maybe emotionally.
Well, he was.
We did spend the entire summer talking about how his wife fucked his back up.
Yeah. Well, late in that game, he looked like he could hardly walk.
Yeah, no, he's an old man.
He could not put any pressure on his foot to throw.
Yeah. But he's so good. He was
underthrowing everybody.
Yeah. I think that he has unfortunately set a precedent for himself that when he gets hurt, he needs to go in and have a big moment. He's done it too many times.
There's a chance that next week we might see a little Stetson Bennett action.
We might. You got any excuses for Kyron Williams?
The Cardinals are just locking him up.
Yeah, dude. 12 carries, 25 yards. He got a touchdown,
sure
but what the hell?
All of those yards came on the first drive.
Yeah. Whereas on the Arizona side, James Conner could not be stopped. 21 carries, 122.
I will sell my soul for James Conner.
122 and a touchdown. He's literally a horse, and Kyler's the jockey. Kyler just used James Conner to propel this offense forward.
Look at
over
James
and over
Conner's
again.
receiving stats too. Like they use him
Yeah.
as a receiver as well.
No, Kyler Murray is gonna.
Maybe not this game.
Yeah, not in this game.
Last game, he had like 6 receptions.
Yeah, they didn't care at all about the running backs in the passing game this week because Marvin Harrison Jr. did all the work.
And
4
Trey,
receptions.
And Trey McBride.
Yeah, and Trey McBride always does the work. But 4 receptions, 130 for Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 touchdowns. He had a long of 60. This was kind of the
welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, except he didn't get hit. I guess week 1 was his welcome to the NFL moment because he played like shit and just didn't get targeted while he was wide open. Trey McBride, 6 receptions, 67 yards. Nobody on the Rams could, I guess is more probably a Matthew Stafford problem. They couldn't run at all. We already knew that. But they also couldn't pass for significant yardage consistently. A bunch of these guys had like 20-plus yard receptions, and they had one of them, and then everything else was nothing. Like Demarcus Robinson led this team in receiving yards with 50 yards. He had 2 receptions. One of them was a 42-yard reception. Tutu Atwell had 3 receptions for 48 yards. One of them was a 21-yard reception. It's like nobody could consistently get downfield, and Matthew Stafford either couldn't make the pass, which it's not like a ton of people dropped his passes, but he just either wasn't looking down there or they couldn't get open.
Jordan Whittington?
Yeah, Whittington.
Had 2 receptions for 22 yards with a long of 22 yards.
Yeah, so he caught a screen pass and got nowhere. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck the deal is with the Rams because they should have looked good. I don't get it.
They're just really banged up, man.
Question: who the fuck is Dennis Gardeck, and why did he have 3 sacks? Who is that guy? He's in his 7th season in the league. He's from Sioux Falls, is the college he attended. He's 30 years old, and he just came out here with his luscious locks and got 3 sacks against the Rams. Who the fuck is this guy? He forced a fumble, too. Or is that just... Yeah, that was in this game. He forced a fumble. What the hell? Dude, it's unbelievable. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Also, Matt Prater, still goated. He's still so good. Still hitting 57-yarders. How old is Matt Prater?
Did you see the hit Jared Verse laid on James Conner?
Matt Prater, 40 years old.
In the end zone?
Yeah.
To force that fumble?
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Jared Verse is mean.
Yeah. Like I said last week and you fucked with me for, it's Jared versus the world. Because he's the only one doing anything on this defense. Kobe Turner does some work, but yeah, he's the only one doing anything significant. 3 tackles for loss for Jared Verse.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right, next game.
Yep, next game. A barn burner. Steelers versus Broncos. I wanted to burn down my house watching this game.
Bo Nix just needs to settle down. He's too amped up.
Yeah, get Jarrett Stidham in that bitch. I'm going to be honest. Just get Bo Nix out.
Yeah.
He was a little bit better, but...
I'd rather see Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Jarrett Stidham was a little bitch about getting benched.
Yeah, so put Zach Wilson in the game.
Yeah. Good old Zachy mommies in there.
Put Alex
I don't know.
Moran in the game. Let's
Yeah. Makes a call down to the G League, Blue Mountain State.
Alex Moran would turn down that offer. He'd be like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah. No, I need to be a backup. Justin Fields is just not good enough at throwing accurately downfield.
No.
13 for 20, 117, 1 touchdown. What was the longest reception of any of their receivers? 16 yards, and it was George Pickens who had 2 receptions for 29 yards. Like, there was so many moments where Justin Fields threw deep downfield and it just either got overthrown, underthrown, or was
just
there's
nowhere
somebody that was
close.
just smothered. Darnell Washington caught the only receiving touchdown, and it was a 5-yard pass. Shout out Darnell, though, for getting a touchdown. I've been waiting for him to look good. He has.
It's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
6'7", 264.
He was so much fun to watch at Georgia.
He was a bully at Georgia, bro.
Yeah, he was bullying people so much. I will say, with Fields' performance, I think he did a much better job of like actually going through his progressions and like really looking at his options before running. Like, he only ran 8 times, 27 yards. He wasn't making good runs. Late in the game, he wasn't running the ball. I like that we're seeing a little bit of growth out of that already from Justin Fields. And they actually scored a touchdown, and this time they won as well. Once again, though, Steelers could not run the ball and did not win the game.
You mean Broncos?
The Broncos did not know how to run the ball and could not win the
Javonte
game.
Williams averaged 1.5 yards a carry.
Yeah. Najee Harris was fine for the Steelers. Jalen Warren was fine.
I mean, this is fine. Jalen Warren's coming back from that injury.
Seems like Arthur Smith might have tuned into the podcast, which I guess if he did, I probably made him cry if he's ever tuned in before that. But Luke did say, never in my life should Cordero Patterson get more touches than Jalen Warren, and he did not this time around.
Steelers are 2-0. Congratulations.
Yeah, look at that.
Also, there was a drive where they threw to Van Jefferson 3 straight times, and he didn't catch a single one.
Yeah, but he did draw pass interference.
Yeah.
It was a good pass interference.
TJ Watt's still goated.
Yeah, of course. How could he not be? And Alex Highsmith is also very good.
You could name like 10 people on that Steelers defense.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, yeah, they're good.
Yeah, DeMonte KZ.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, a lot of guys on that team. Also, Chris Boswell still kicking.
Yeah.
Over 50s.
He only had one.
Yeah, but still.
The other one was like a 30-yarder.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, Bengals, Chiefs. The final game before we get to Sunday Night Football. Yeah, this game was fucking awesome. I did not expect this out of the Bengals. I'm going to be honest. They did lose 26-25. The way it ended, you had a super late PI flag that came in after. Okay, well, actually, I'll set this up even more. Trey Hendrickson was body bagging the Chiefs' offensive line all game. He was literally turning these offensive linemen into high schoolers and making them commit flags over and over again to finish drives. They committed this penalty, and it took the Chiefs out of field goal range, put them at 4th and 16. So they have to go for it. And with like 2 to 3 seconds, with 38 seconds on the clock, sorry. With 38 seconds on the clock, they make the pass downfield for the first down, and rookie third-string free safety, Dejon Anthony, just got to the receiver just a little too early and committed a pass interference. It was like the only thing he did in this entire game was commit this pass interference on 4th and 16, which gave them a first down with 38 seconds on the clock, down 2 points, and put them into Harrison Butker's field goal range.
Changed the game.
And then Butker made his kick from 51 yards to win the game. Just unbelievable end. It's just it's a tough ending, especially when it's like, oh, we put this guy in for this play, and he fucked it up.
Yeah.
It sucks. Joe Burrow couldn't run the ball, which, in general, they couldn't run the ball. Zach Moss, 12 carries, 34 yards. Chase Brown, 4 carries, 31 yards. They probably should have given the ball to Chase Brown a little more. But Burrow did look good in the passing game, a little bit more at least.
Yeah.
23 for 36, 258, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, no picks. But Jamar Chase still getting locked down. Like 4 receptions, 35 yards. Come on. Mike Gesicki, though, having himself a day.
Yeah.
7 receptions, 91 yards. That man took flight at one point.
I'm pretty sure he had a drive that was like just him.
Yeah. No, he was having a hell of a day. On the Chiefs side, Mahomes just kind of did his thing. Pacheco kind of did his thing as well. And Rashee Rice, 5 receptions, 75 yards, and a touchdown. He's just kind of good for that. That's a stat line that you'll see from Rashee Rice almost every week.
So when's Travis and Taylor? When are they breaking up?
Let's see. If he gets held under 3 receptions, for the rest of the games of September, they'll break up. I think.
Click their schedule real quick, Nathan.
We've got
the Falcons.
Okay, well, they're going to stay together forever.
Yeah. Chargers, Saints.
I assure you, he's getting some receptions the next couple weeks.
He's only got 2 more games in September.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get some receptions. The rest of the team did not receive the ball well either, outside of Rashee Rice. But yeah, that's Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions, and one of them was an all-time interception catch by Cam Taylor-Britt. You got to show us this video so we can reenact it, I guess.
Freddie Freeman, screw you.
Did he just...
We're losing 5-2 now.
What the fuck?
They scored 3 runs.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Nathan, you're going to be so mad.
What? I don't know. Yeah, wait, can we get a up? What the hell? I don't know what the problem is. What? Oh, man. That's brutal. That is a tough
2-yard touchdown rush, too.
Damn.
Hey, Nico's having a first half, though. He's having a great first half.
Well, that's good. That is good. What's the score?
13-10.
Oh, here we go. Here's the pick. Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, play that back one time.
Unfucking real.
He's just
on his backhand, too. Unbelievable. Just back here. I think I'm still in frame. Back here, catches it like this, and just like rolls back over. One hand all the way.
Bro, who's pitching for the Braves right now? Teoscar just hit a 2-run home run.
What the fuck? I hope it's not Charlie Morton anymore.
We're in the 9th inning, so I don't think so.
Damn. They flew through that game. All right. We'll move on, though, and talk about the Sunday Night Football game that's going on right now. Yeah, who is in the game? Who's pitching, Nathan?
Nah,
He's not. Probably just pulled him, whoever it was.
Rafael?
Oh, my God. Raisel Iglesias gave up 5 runs in this inning? Oh, fuck. We're down 7-2.
Charlie even had a great day. Only gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 6 Ks.
God damn it. Okay. John Brebbia.
Well,
I didn't even know he was a Brave.
He is now.
Oh, God. Yeah. Go back to the game that we were just... Yeah, Sunday Night Football. Game going on right now. We've got 32 seconds before the half. It is 13-10 Texans. How the Bears looking? Obviously, they've scored a touchdown, a rushing touchdown by Khalil Herbert. They can't run the ball other than with Khalil Herbert into the end zone for 2 yards.
Well, I mean, against Texas defensive line.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Caleb almost he needs 3 more yards to match last week.
Already 3 sacks in the game.
Yep.
Scroll down. Let's see. I want to see who has them for the Texans.
Half sack for Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson splitting a sack is unbelievable. I'd be crying if I was Caleb Williams.
Imagine Will Anderson coming.
Yeah, you see both of them running at you. If I'm Caleb Williams, I'm crying. They're gonna knock the nail polish off that guy. Who's got all the receiving yards for the Texans?
Nico Collins.
There you go, Nathan. 4 receptions, 70 yards, 1 touchdown for Nico Collins. Stephon Diggs, almost the exact same stat line he had last week, except no touchdowns.
DJ Moore, they haven't thrown to Keenan Allen yet.
Yeah.
Today.
All right, Nathan, put us on a 5-minute clock. Monday Night Football, Falcons, Eagles. No A.J. Brown for the Eagles. How are we feeling?
A.J. Terrell has a chance.
Nah, don't get too ahead of yourself.
He's going to be on.
Actually, no, he can mark Devontae Smith.
I don't think so.
He can.
I don't think so.
He's not a physical receiver. He'll be good.
Yeah, but A.J. Terrell's slow.
He's not slow. He's just
he gets
not
beat
strong.
A lot.
Yeah, that's just coming off the line. He'll be all right. I don't think we're gonna win. I'll go out and say that already. Especially Nate Landman being out is big deal.
Our only chance is stopping Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. That's true. But also our only chance on offense is Bijan gets firing again.
Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London. All I need is 21 on the dot. I'm just saying.
Even though our leading receiver on the season right now is Ray McLeod.
Yes, he is. But that's only one game. It's only one game. So you got a score prediction? I already gave mine on Friday. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, we're gonna go Eagles 35.
Jesus.
Falcons.
That's a lot of points without AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagles 35, Falcons 17.
What the fuck, man? Give us something. Give us a little bit. I don't know what my score prediction was.
Eagles. We'll bump it 28. Falcons 21.
Okay, that's probably closer to what I'm thinking.
I just don't know how Kirk's feeling.
I'm gonna try and be hopeful. All my other teams suck. Actually, all of my teams suck. No, but I think it'll be 24-28. We'll kick a field goal. Youngway will kick a field goal. Okay.
Youngway needs to kick 6 field goals. Over 50 yards.
Maybe more.
All of them over 50 yards.
And Nathan needs that. Okay. That's enough for NFL Week 2. It was an exciting week, I would say. Wasn't the best football necessarily, and it certainly didn't go the way that most people thought it would have, but it was a fun week to watch. What the hell just happened there?
Get out of bounds now.
I don't think so. He tried. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the MLB Playoff Picture because we're about to get an update here pretty soon. All right. So currently the playoffs, as it would stand, without this Braves game ending, the AL, the Yankees would be the 1 seed, the Guardians the 2 seed, the Astros the 3 seed, then the Orioles, Royals, Twins. We get the wild card spots in that order. Not a lot of teams that close in contention either for wild card spots. Tigers 2.5 games out, as well as the Mariners, and then the Red Sox 4.5 games out. Probably won't mount that. So the Tigers and Mariners are in the conversation, especially with the Tigers, I think, still having games against both the Twins and Royals.
White Sox are only 44.5 games back.
Yeah, they're eliminated along with the Angels and the Athletics.
Yeah. 35 wins, 35 and 115.
Yeah, and it might. They're right now. They're well on track for the worst record in modern era history. Yeah. 15 and 57 on the road. They're on a 2-game winning streak.
Wow,
That's huge. It's huge. What, 15 days left in the season? They've got in the bag.
Is it really only that?
Yeah.
Bro, this season's flown by.
Yeah, I think it's because we're not paying attention. It's because the Braves kind of suck. So we'll talk about the National League with the Braves. The Phillies, the 1 seed, the first team to 90 wins. The Dodgers, the 2 seed, they have 87 at the moment. In about 5 minutes, they'll probably have 88. The Brewers, I believe, with 86 wins, are the 3rd seed. Then your 3 wildcard teams are the Padres, D-backs, and then the Braves. So no NL Central teams, really even in contention. In the wild card race, the Mets are a half game back. Once this next half an inning is over, they will probably be even with the Braves. I think the Mets have the tiebreaker over us.
I think so.
So they will have that 3rd wild card spot by the time we're talking about college football. The Cubs are 5.5 games back. So outside of that top 4, nobody else really right there contending. The Cubs have a chance. They probably won't make that run. So like I said, currently the Braves hold a half-game lead over the Mets. We're playing the Dodgers right now, which will change that because we're down 7-2 going into the bottom of the 9th. The Guardians are only 1 game behind the Yankees for the 1 seed in the American League.
Guardians are playing well this year.
Yeah, the Guardians look super good.
I think I'm just really impressed with their bullpen.
Yeah, Clase, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Already beat his career high in saves. I think he matched it the other day with 44. I believe he's at 45 now. Yeah, only one game behind the Yankees for that first seed in the AL, which would be huge. If the Guardians could get home field advantage all the way through up until the World Series, because I doubt anybody's taking it from the Phillies or potentially the Dodgers, the Guardians would really have a shot. I have them personally as the team from the AL that would make it to the World Series right now. And then, like I said, the Phillies first team to 90 wins. Dodgers and Yankees are both at 87. So what this does mean, though, we're not going to have probably more than 3 100-win teams. There's not a lot more games to win. This has been a relatively even season at the top.
Season.
Like, you've got almost half the National League. 7 teams in the National League already have over 80 wins. And once the Braves and Mets each win one more game, they will have clinched above 500 seasons. Like, that's pretty impressive for 7 teams in that league. And then what about the American League? I'm sure it's pretty similar. The top 5 teams are all over 80 wins. The Twins have 79, so the top 6 will probably end up above 500. The Tigers and Mariners probably will as well. So you'll have quite a few above 500 teams as well in the American League. So, yeah, it's rather impressive.
Yeah.
What we've seen throughout this year, just kind of all around the board.
It's been a great season. Teams are actually starting to compete more, and it's not just the same teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's also like nobody has been like unbelievably dominant on the pitching side.
Yeah.
Typically, we see one pitcher that just won't go down. Like Tarek Skubal, I guess, is probably the guy. Chris Sale in the National League, and those are probably the Cy Young favorites right now. But the Red Sox are exactly 5. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so they're exactly 500. They're 75 and 75. At home, they're 35 and 40, and away, they're 40 and 35. And their run differential only 4 runs, so very even. They're 5 and 5 in their last 10, of course. That's crazy. Okay. So what are you? How do you think this wild card is going to sort out from how we see it right now?
I don't know. So,
Nick, can you go back to the wild card tab? Thanks.
So with it's top 3 wild cards,
yep.
right?
Yep.
So AL, it's definitely going to be Orioles. I think the Royals will pull through.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Tigers.
Okay. You think they're going
to get that third
out of the
seed.
Twins? Nathan, can you pull up the Tigers' schedule for the rest of the season? It should show it there on the left. Oh, okay.
And this is a big series against the Royals that they're doing right now.
Yeah. So they're going into a 3-game series with the Royals. And then they're playing the Orioles, which is a tough run, but it could potentially. Yeah. The problem is if you do that, it kind of helps Kansas City and Minnesota as well, but you need the wins. Then you play Tampa Bay, which is not a problem. They've been really bad. Then you play the White Sox, which is a huge series to have. So I was wrong. They don't play the Twins, which could help them, could hurt them. I don't know what the Twins' record looks like. What?
Kymie just hit a 59-yarder.
All right. So that's a 16-10 game now going into the half?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think the Tigers definitely have a shot, especially if they can get 2 out of 3 here with Kansas City, which you've got Skubal on the mound for Game 3. Obviously, it's tough. You're facing Seth Lugo on Monday. You're facing Cole Reagans on Tuesday. It's gonna be tough games to win. But if you win, I'd say you could probably win on Monday and on Wednesday. You could probably lose on Tuesday just because Casey Mize is on the mound. And you got to at least grab 1 from Baltimore. So you get 3 out of 6. So you go 3-3 in these next 6 games. Then you could win 6 in a row.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, for sure. Especially with Skubal starting off that Tampa Bay series. I tend to agree with you here. I like that pick for the Tigers to sneak in there at the bottom. Can we see the Twins schedule real quick, Nathan?
Even though Seattle's pitching is just really good, I just don't trust their offense.
Yeah, their offense is just so fucking bad. It's unbelievable. The Twins, I think, have a relatively easy route. 4 games set against the Guardians is going to be tough.
Yeah. Like,
realistically, they're probably going to go 1-3 in this.
And then Boston's not a cakewalk either.
No, Boston's not a cakewalk either. They're fighting kind of for a wild card spot.
And right now, Miami's playing well.
They are playing well, even though they're eliminated. And then you finish the season against Baltimore is not going to be easy either because they're going to be fighting for that top wild card spot. They might even be fighting for the number 1 spot in their division because they're only, I think, 3.5 games out of first place.
Yeah.
That is an extremely tough route for the Twins for the rest of the season.
Yeah. And you're on the road there for Cleveland and Boston.
Yeah. And considering they only have 2.5 games on the Tigers and the Mariners, these are all must-win situations.
Yeah.
So that's the AL wildcard race for at least that 3 spot is going to be very interesting to watch.
Yep.
Nathan, let's look at the National League wildcard real quick. Let's just kind of compare Braves and Mets. Because I doubt either the Braves or Mets would jump the D-backs. I know they're only a game and a half ahead, but with these two being so lockstep, it seems like.
Can we Braves finish out?
Yeah, let's see the Braves' remaining schedule.
It's probably finished with the Phillies.
Probably. No, but we do play New York. That's huge. Okay, so we're going to lose this game, and then we play the Dodgers again on Monday, which is kind of a weird.
But we won the first 2.
Yeah.
Freed
versus Yamamoto.
Coming back from injury.
Yeah, coming back from injury, who wasn't good before it. Okay, so maybe we could snag a win tomorrow, and then we got a 3-game sit against the Reds, who are.
We need to get back on them.
Yeah. And Schwellenbach, Sale going in the last 2 games of that. Well, no, Morton's against Miami. We've got to get 3 in Miami.
Is Reynaldo back or is he still hurt?
I think he's still hurt.
So
I think they're saying he won't be back till. Yeah, we'll probably get Grant Holmes on Tuesday in Cincinnati.
Okay. At least we have our 3 set for the Mets.
Yeah. Schwellenbach, Sale, Morton, which I'm not mad about those 3 for sure. I like how Schwellenbach pitches. I like how he's been. He gives us the chance to win.
Yeah.
It's just the offense needs to put themselves in a position to do the same.
And we finished out with the Royals.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal because they're going to be fighting too.
Yeah.
They are going to be fighting as well. Yeah, look,
great. That's at home.
Oh, damn.
Yo.
I don't know how free I'm going to be, unfortunately. Because we definitely can't go to a 3:20 start on Sunday because we have this to do.
Yeah. The Saturday might be an option.
That's a maybe. Tickets as low as $11. We'll have to see what the playoff picture is looking like. Well, it depends on how the Mets series goes. Those could be important games. We don't know. So keep that in the back of our minds.
What is it? Set up to where Sale would pitch Sunday?
If we need him. If we haven't clinched a playoff spot.
Oh, that'd be
They'll
huge.
probably give him rest if we clinch, which would be nice.
We won't get a bye.
No.
With the wild card, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I have no problem. I'm glad to see the Phillies get the bye.
Yeah.
Because if we come in at the lowest and we win the wild card round, we'll face the Phillies.
How the turntables.
That's facts. Shout out DeMar Hamlin. Nah.
Yeah, you're done.
You can't suspend me for my own podcast. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, Judge Judy.
I'm not Judge Judy. That's not what I said. Yeah, Judge Judy and the executioner. Okay. I think that's it for MLB.
Yeah.
We'll cut it off right there and start talking college football. College football week 3 recap. Now, you would know that all these games were going on if you watched the Second and Short college football show on Thursday. Why didn't you?
I was working.
Why didn't you?
You were working.
That's too bad.
That's not an excuse.
It's not a valid excuse.
Throw in an AirPod.
So you can make it up for me right now by subscribing to the YouTube channel, turning on post notifications so you know that the episodes are coming out. Or you can follow us on Instagram because that's where we're going to update you as well, keep you up to date on everything coming out on all of our channels, all of everything.
Go ask
go
us
to the
some
Instagram.
Questions on our Reddit.
Yeah, go ask us some questions on the Reddit as well. It's r/2nd AND
Short. I didn't know you were asking me.
Yes. Well, I was pointing at you also because you're short. And of course, turn on those post notifications on YouTube. Thursdays, 3 p.m., college football show. Week 3, number 20, Arizona, 7. Number 14, Kansas State, 31. How about Avery Johnson? I said it on the college football show. You better watch it because I said good things on there. I said on the college football show, I need Avery Johnson to show me something.
Oh, he showed you something.
He showed me something on the ground. Nope, that's weird. Shut up.
Suspended.
Suspended. I need him to show me something. He showed me something. 17 carries, 110 yards on the ground. Once again, weird. Still weird. DJ Giddens, I said that he needs to be in the conversation for one of the best running backs in college football. He showed up again, 17 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Avery Johnson still didn't look good in the passing game, which is what I pointed out. But the other thing I said, when you're looking at Arizona, the thing that you have to do is pull from week one and just target Teteroa McMillan. And guess what they did? They targeted Teteroa McMillan, but nobody else did anything except for the man with a phenomenal name, Montana Lemonius Craig. What a fucking name. Shout out Montana Lemonius Craig for his 75 yards. But Teteroa McMillan, 11 receptions, 138.
And
So
only 7 points?
yeah, they only scored 7 points
doing
because they couldn't pass into the end zone.
Couldn't run it.
Noah Fafita was not completing passes. 26 for 42. Not great. I don't know if we get red zone stats for college football here. But Arizona also couldn't establish a run, which was also a problem last week. But yeah, nonetheless, Kansas State gets an impressive win. And I said it when I did my personal top 10 on the college football show. I said if Kansas State comes out and just really shows something off, they might be in the conversation to make my top 10. You'll have to watch on Thursday. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about the number one team in the nation. Did not think we'd have to talk about them really at all.
I knew this game was going to be close.
Yeah, and it always is when they go up to Lexington.
Yeah.
Number one in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, 13. The horrible, no good, dog shit Kentucky Wildcats, 12. Are you fucking kidding? How the fuck? Okay, Kentucky kicked a field goal every quarter.
Hey.
That shouldn't make you contend in a game with the number one team in the nation.
Yeah, but Carson Beck, 15 for 24 with 160 yards.
Yeah, no, he was bad. And Trevor Etienne was relatively inefficient, 19 carries, 79 yards. Nobody else could run the ball. Branson Robinson had another stinker. And like Kentucky just ran the ball pretty well. Brock Vandegrift looked significantly better than he did last week. 14 for 27 is somehow an improvement over what he did last week.
He was
114.
trying to get his get back, man.
Yeah, I guess that is get back. That's as good as it gets.
Could you imagine if he would
for
have
Brock Vandegrift.
UGA,
Oh man,
transfers out, and then
yeah,
beats
them in a horrendous offensive performance. Shout out Kentucky running back Colin. Give that one a try.
Let's see, Demi Sumo Garngbaye.
I think it's Karngbae.
Karngbae.
or Karngbae. Yeah, he had a really good game. 22 carries, 98 yards.
Nice.
Didn't pass the ball well. The only guy on Georgia's side that caught the ball really at all was Dominic Lovett. And the defenses were like fine. They weren't like as good as you'd think in a 13-12 game.
I wish Georgia would have lost this game.
It would have certainly shaken things up, which the people did get shaken up, but we will talk about that in just a couple of minutes.
I'm okay with this because I'm okay with Georgia looking like shit because then 2 weeks?
We'll see.
2 weeks?
We'll see. Okay, we'll go to the next game, though. Number 24, Boston College on the road, 21 points against number 6, Mizzou, 27.
This game was good.
And Boston College had a lead in this game.
Good.
They had a good lead.
Boston College does not look bad.
No, they're not a bad team, man. Thomas Castellanos, I said it last year, too, when they were close to beating Florida State. Thomas Castellanos is a very good quarterback. He's just not he throws interceptions. That's his biggest problem. He throws interceptions. Also, I think I was wrong. I don't know if BC had a lead going into the second quarter. But yeah, Thomas Castellanos, 16 for 28, but he had 249 and 3 touchdowns, but he threw 2 picks. Brady Cook, real consistent in the passing game. 21 for 30, 264, 1 touchdown, no picks.
Last week was Theo Weiss. This week was Luther Burden.
Yeah, they just traded places in the receiving game. In the running game for Mizzou, Nate Noel doing his best Cody Schrader impression. 22 carries, 121
Not even
yards.
close, bro. You got like 100 more yards to go.
Yeah, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And shout out Mookie Cooper. That's just a good ass name.
We talk about it every time, man.
I kind of wish his name was Cookie Mooper.
Cookie Mooper.
3 receptions, 55 yards. BC had a guy, Reed Harris, 1 reception, 67-yard touchdown.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that worked for him. Otherwise, just a extremely close game that was very fun to watch. I went back and watched the highlights for this one. Like I said, I didn't watch really any college football. I went back and watched the highlights because this one was too close to just miss out on. Like, Mizzou was a 14.5-point favorite. That was unbelievable what Boston College was able to pull off, and they almost won this game. This was a really close one. Let's go to one that also almost got won by a team that certainly shouldn't have been there. Number 16, LSU 38, South Carolina 33. And South Carolina, I know for a fact they had a lead in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They went into the second half up 24-16. And Lenora Sellers was so good. He was running all over them. He had 9 for 16 in the passing game, whatever. He threw a pick. I don't care about the passing game. Lenora Sellers had 10 carries for 88 yards. He had a long of 75 on that touchdown. He had another touchdown as well for short yardage. Raheem Sanders was running all over this LSU team. 19 carries, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So they had 4 rushing touchdowns between the two of them. Robbie Ashford even got in there. 11 carries, 11 yards with a long of 15.
Wow. You don't have to talk about receivers.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about receivers at all on South Carolina. On LSU, though, Garrett Nussmeier wasn't particularly bad. Something I talked about on the college football show, which they did do a good job of, was that they were not using the running game to help out Garrett Nussmeier. So it was making him look worse than he really is. This week, they actually ran the ball because I was really confused looking at week 1 and week 2 and why they were not running the ball at all. This time around, Caden Durham, 11 carries, 98 yards. A huge game for him because he was consistently getting big yardage. He only had a long of 26. He had a touchdown or 2 touchdowns as well. That set up Garrett Nussmeier. I think Nussmeier 24 for 40, 285, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. If you'll scroll down real quick, who was that receiving leader? Aaron Anderson, 5 receptions, 96 yards. And then you had Kyron Lacey and Mason Taylor both get a receiving touchdown for LSU. This game was extremely exciting to watch, but just also goes to the fact Brian Kelly sucks. He is such a bad coach. I don't care that they won this game. This was not a game that should have been this close. And like I put this game in there when I talked about it in the college football show, and I said this could be a close one because of what LSU was coming off of against this slow start with Nicholls, and then South Carolina coming into this game after like a huge upset victory over Kentucky. We didn't know what we'd see. I saw the best that South Carolina could have looked. I'll give them that. On the offensive side especially, it's the best South Carolina could have looked.
Yeah, and they missed the game-tying field goal.
Yeah, they missed that game-tying field goal as well. So this could have been a way bigger deal. But then on the LSU side, they also addressed things that I thought they needed to address. So I think for both sides, you come out of this definitely growing as a team. But LSU, not a great victory on their side. Next game, though, number 17, Michigan 28, Arkansas State 18. The only thing I want to talk about, Davis Warren is so goddamn bad. He threw 3 picks in this game. Holy shit. 11 for 14. He completed all of his passes.
You need...
What? Yeah, the 3 interceptions. That's what I'm saying. He completed all of them. Somebody caught all 14 of his passes.
He needs to take a week off.
Yeah. Give it up to the orgy now. Pass it over to the orgy.
What's up with you, bro?
It's time for orgy.
You trying to get dudes on the ground. You want orgies, but
No. Also, Donovan Edwards sucks. I don't care if he had 17 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. He got one up by Khalil Mullings. 15 carries, 158. That's not one up. That's 10 up.
That's 153.
What? Did I say 158?
Yep.
Oh, it's because it was highlighted. It's hard to read. 2 touchdowns for Khalil Mullings. Arkansas State, they were in this one, man. 15 points in that fourth quarter. Brought them back. It made Michigan sweat a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fact that Davis Warren threw 3 picks. It's unbelievable. Let's now talk about something that I'd like to get through as fast as possible. Memphis 20, FSU 12. Nathan, do you have anything to say about this one? I know you were mad as well.
Keep it pushing. DJ, get a real job.
Put the fries in the bag.
Yeah, put the fries
Everybody,
in the bag, buddy.
throw those fucking Beats headphones in the garbage.
Yeah, like,
Hey,
why
congratulations,
is he
though.
still on the field?
For what?
You picked Memphis to win.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually, I want to pose a question.
We've got one more game to talk about in the
Let me pose a
recap.
question about this Florida State team
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. does Norvell need to bench DJ to prove that he is a really good coach? Because I've had some people tell me that Norvell's on the hot seat if he keeps playing DJ.
No, for real, he is.
Like, he's a great coach.
A good coach can recognize.
If he doesn't have the balls to tell DJ to sit the fuck down and not even suit up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been saying this for a couple weeks. You have no reason to show DJ Wangalale any shred of loyalty. You don't need to be loyal to him. You're doing him a favor. It was charity to bring him onto this team. It was like you could have looked at any other quarterback out there in the nation and tried to go get him.
This was his last chance to not go to the XFL.
Yeah,
USL.
He's still going to the XFL or like USL.
UFL. Now he's maybe gonna be a grocery bagger like Kurt Warner.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be selling insurance. He's gonna be the fucking offensive coordinator at St. John Bosco.
Let me ask you this question.
Sycamore.
Would you rather have DJ or Ty Simpson?
I'd rather have Grayson at quarterback.
Thanks, man.
I don't know about that.
No, I would. At least Grayson could complete a check down.
Yeah. I'm a big check down guy.
Grayson can make a throw that doesn't hit a fan's pretzel.
Okay, also, I have to pose this question because I asked this in our family group chat. Are the receivers dropping passes on purpose so that DJ gets benched?
I hope so.
Because like there was some where it was like he threw it to the running back for a first down on a third down conversion, and the running back like gets it like this and he goes woo, and then drops it. Like it literally looks scripted how bad of drops they're having.
Used to him throwing it to their hands.
That's true. They haven't gotten a lot of reps with the ball getting to them.
He overthrows them and misses them every time. That they're like, what the fuck do I do when it's thrown at my chest?
Look, if Norvell is a good coach, he will bench DJ before week 6. I know he should be benched by next week, but I'm saying if he doesn't have him by week 6, I'm calling for his head.
The worst part is
Billy Napier is already like as good as fired at Florida, and
the worst part
he
is
made a decision.
Yards now, he's getting like 200 yards, but
because they're not fucking running the ball.
All the running backs are doing nothing.
Yeah, no, I swear to God, the entire team is turning against DJ. I think that's the play. They can't run the ball. I know that for a fact, but they're not trying. DJ should not be throwing 30 passes.
37 rushing yards for a team because DJ had 9 carries for -16.
Yeah. Otherwise we had what? 15 carries?
Hell yeah, Roy Dell Williams 5 carries, 6 yards.
You got a touchdown. Our only touchdown. We kicked 2 field goals. Shout out Ryan Fitzgerald,
he's
though.
The best player.
Ryan Fitzgerald might be the best player on the team.
Also,
might be the best kicker in the nation.
Benson is doing what he can to look like a really good player because he is. And DJ is not helping him.
Yeah, no. I think Dylan McNamara needs to get into the game. I don't want Brock Glenn. I've seen how he runs an offense. That ship has sailed. And I don't want to put in Cromenhoek just because I don't want to ruin his confidence early on. Memphis is a real football team, though. Don't everybody start saying, "Oh, you lost to a Group of 5 team. No, you lost to some shit school." No, you can't pull that card anymore. Memphis is a good team.
Yeah.
So don't pull that shit.
All right, next game.
It does suck that like Memphis planted Mike Norvell on us. We paid them $1.3 million. Took their head coach, and then we're like, "All right, you guys come down here, beat our ass." Okay, last game before we just talk top team scores. Vanderbilt 32, the Georgia State Panthers 36.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I fucking hate Georgia State so much. I was a Georgia Southern student for about 2 months, and I hate Georgia State. That's how it is. It's just how it is.
Southern, not State.
It's Southern, not State, 100%. But you got to put on for the city. If I'm going to claim to be from Atlanta, I got to put on for Georgia State. And I am.
I put on.
And I like Vanderbilt, too. That's what sucks. I kind of like Vanderbilt. But Diego Pavia had a good game, too. Not like very good passing-wise, but he had a good game. But Georgia State ran the ball so well. And a big part of that, probably because they hired Georgia's running backs coach to be their head coach this year. But yeah, I love Georgia State's offense. They're fun to watch.
Freddie Brock.
And what's correct, like they had a big lead going into the fourth quarter. Vanderbilt put up 22. Like Georgia State was up 21-10 going into the fourth. Whoa. Just Josias
Creedle.
or Credle. Yeah, I don't know how to say that one. That was tough. What about Michelle Dukes? What? D Icy? Yo, or Duh Icy? Shout out Macon, Georgia. That's a hell of a name.
Sir Mel. What?
Sir Mel's? I think it's Mel's. And right below it, Shams Dianye.
Okay.
Damn. Some good-ass names.
Bro, Vandy's got Linus Zunk.
Talik Williams. Wait, whoa. What is that kick returner for Vanderbilt? Steven Santiniola? I think that was right. Steven Santiniola. Oh, dude, I thought the punter's name was Jesse Micro. It's Mirko or Mirko. Okay, enough of that. Well, let's just go through top teams. I do want you to pull up the box score for number 2, Texas, 56, UTSA 7. Arch Manning comes in for the injured Quinn Ewers, and
Quinn got hurt.
Yeah, and
bad?
I don't know how bad, but he wasn't going to return in that game. And Arch Manning showed the fuck up. He ran. I think on his first drive, he ran a 67-yard touchdown in. And then he also was 9 for 12, 223, and had 4 passing touchdowns. He was responsible for 5 touchdowns in this game. Yeah, he got sacked a couple times. But a 67-yard touchdown run on his first drive.
I would like Isaiah Bond back in Alabama.
Yeah, they have Ryan Wingo. They don't even need Bond. Ryan Wingo had 3 receptions, 127 and a touchdown. Isaiah Bond, 5 receptions, 103 and 2 touchdowns. Jonte Cook, the second, had 2 receiving touchdowns, only on 3 receptions. DeAndre Moore caught a touchdown as well. Texas was just running it up, and Arch looked just phenomenal.
I think if you had Ryan Williams and Isaiah Bond together, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Very cutesy, very demure.
Oh, no. We're not doing that. No. Is that Michael Taffy? What was that? Jalen Gilbo? Wait, I've heard that. I think I probably from watching a Texas game. Now that I'm thinking about it. Kendrick Blackshire? That's a good name. It's just
Jordan
strong
Johnson
name.
Rubel.
Jamori Robinson. Wardell Mack. Bert Auburn.
That's just
always a good one.
classic.
Yeah, and he's got red hair.
All right, next game.
Yep. Auburn. Nope, not Auburn. Alabama. I was thinking of Bert Auburn. Number 4, Alabama. 42. Wisconsin, 10. There's a pick I got right on the college football show. Make sure you tune in. I'm giving 3 picks a week. I got that one right. Alabama to cover 14 and a half.
Our running back is so good at throwing.
Yeah. Jalen Milroe, 12 for 17, 196. 3
Almost
touchdowns.
more carries than attempts for that running back as well.
Yeah, 14 carries for Jalen Milroe, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. You had Jam Miller jamming it down the Wisconsin Badgers' throat. 9 carries, 71 yards and a touchdown.
I want to give a shout out to Chez Malusi.
No.
Had a decent game, and he was the guy that I talked about when I got to fill in for an episode and do our preview. I said Chez Malusi was going to be decent.
Okay,
66
well,
yards against Alabama is pretty damn good.
you weren't listening closely on the college football show because I was shitting on Chez Malusi. He didn't have a great game.
Average more
I
yards
think,
than
well,
Jalen
okay, what I
Milroe
was really
right
saying
there.
about Chez Malusi is that we're so used to these amazing running backs at Wisconsin. He just does not fit that.
I think Ryan Williams has 3-4 touchdowns in 3 weeks.
Yeah, Ryan Williams is unbelievable as a deep threat. He had a 47-yarder this week. But yeah, Alabama covering the spread like
That kid
I
can't buy a
predicted.
lottery ticket.
Nope,
Who cares?
you can't vote.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And his birthday's not until like April. Okay. Ole Miss 40, Wake Forest 6.
Yeah. Jack Dart's good.
Yep,
Harris Jr.
sure
good.
is.
Don't even have to talk much about it.
No. Tennessee 71, Kent State 0. Tennessee is scoring, I believe, over 60 points a game as of right now. I believe it averages out over 60 points per game.
It's good.
NC State was a dominant win. Kent State was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so I'm going to give Josh Heupel some credit real quick. Yeah, we'll talk about that matchup. But I'm going to give Josh Heupel some credit here. He likes to put his foot on the throat of every bad opponent they play. They don't fuck around. Like, they don't stop whatsoever. No mercy from Josh Heupel in Tennessee.
They want shutouts, man.
Yeah, well, and the thing is you don't want to run into another issue like a couple of years ago when they had a couple of close calls there at the end of the year with easy games, and they could have made the college football playoff. You don't want to run into that again, so you go out there and you just stomp on them every time, and that's what they did to Kent State. Unlike what Georgia did to Kent State, which was like almost lose to them in past years. Okay, here's a pick I got wrong. The one pick I got wrong. Number 9, Oregon, 49, Oregon State, 14.
You picked Oregon State?
No, I picked Oregon State plus 16.5.
Oh.
Because Oregon put up half that against Idaho. I was very much caught by surprise. I guess I also didn't think about how much Oregon State really lost. That's more where my shortcomings were.
Yeah.
They don't have anything.
Oregon State is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough break. But Oregon finally looked like they were figuring something out, which is a good sign for them and for Dan Lanning. Last team in the top 10, Miami, 62. Ball State, 0.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed? Cam Ward.
Miami's scary this year.
Why could you not be a Florida State Seminole?
Because he did not want to play Dallas, I guess.
I get it. He wants to do blow. I understand.
But listen, he gets to hang out with the Cavender twins and play football.
No, dude. Don't both of them have...
Yeah, one of them's dating Carson Beck.
And the other one's dating Jake Ferguson.
Oh,
They aren't spending any time around Miami.
That's why Jake Ferguson's hurt.
Oh, you think it's on purpose?
Yeah.
No, I watched him get hurt. I thought his injury was worse than it was. So, yeah. I don't have any other games from this week to talk about, so let's hit the AP poll real quick.
Before we do that,
oh yes,
let's talk about the beer bet.
The beer bet
So
for the week.
This week, I already
we'll
went through
set
and
our
looked.
next one.
Our picks, right? Just to remind the listeners and the viewers, Colin had Tulane, App State, and Memphis.
I think App State barely won against Eastern Carolina.
App State won, Tulane lost, and Memphis won.
Let's go.
Actually, Grayson had Memphis. So
Yeah, I had Memphis.
I put the wrong one.
Memphis.
So Grayson wins 2-1 this week.
Awesome. I guess, should we just be even then?
Yeah.
Or do we need to exchange beers on the next episode?
You guys are even for now. Maybe you guys bring a surprise beer. For
Actually,
each
no.
other.
Let's just accumulate the move of the season.
I guess, and then you guys can get really fucking.
Yeah, no.
jazzed
It'll
in one
be
day.
like a Christmas. Our Christmas gift is however many beers go
Okay.
the other way. I think that's how it'll work. It'll be a differential.
It could be real weird when someone's giving the other person a 12-pack and the other person gets nothing. Well, sorry, one. No matter what, it's one.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. AP top 25. Texas moves up to number 1. How about it? Texas moves to number 1 after a dominant victory over UTSA. Georgia struggles with Kentucky. They drop down to number 2. Ohio State was on a bye week. They stay at 3. Alabama and Ole Miss stay at 4 and 5, respectively. Tennessee jumps Mizzou up to number 6 after another dominant victory. They switch places with Mizzou. Mizzou drops to 7 after a close call with Boston College. Miami ran through Ball State. That jumps them up 2 spots to number 8. Oregon holds on to 9th. Penn State drops 2 spots to 10. I wish they would drop even further. It is kind of tough about Penn State. They didn't even play this week, and they dropped 2 spots, which is kind of unfortunate. But still. And then USC and Utah both stay at 11 and 12. USC still looks really good. Next week is the prove it game.
Wait, did you see that both USC and Utah's most recent wins were against Utah State?
Yeah, because USC was off. Yeah, USC was off this past week.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then Utah handled Utah State not particularly well. Kansas State at 13. They moved up 1 spot. I feel like they deserve more. And then Oklahoma State dropped a spot, which is kind of odd. I know Kansas State had a top 25 win, but Oklahoma State took care of Tulsa 45-10, which I thought was kind of weird. Oklahoma, LSU hold their spots. LSU, very questionable to be holding their spot. Meanwhile, Notre Dame moves up 1 spot because they beat fucking Purdue 66-7. Like, we forgot they lost to NIU or something. Michigan drops down 1 spot to 18. I think maybe they should have dropped down as well a little bit more. Louisville holds on to 19th place. Iowa State, Clemson, and Nebraska all jump up 1 spot to 20, 21, 22, respectively. NIU jumps up to 23. We're looking right now
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't even play, and they dropped up. They jumped up to 23. Right now, as it stands, Northern Illinois would be getting the Group of 5 seed. So the 12 seed in the playoff would go to Northern Illinois at the moment.
We didn't.
No,
one
we did
talked about
not
them.
talk about Northern Illinois. We didn't talk about really any MAC schools when we talked about the Group of
We
5.
only talked about like Liberty, Memphis.
What? Notre Dame can only get an at-large bid. They cannot get the Group of 5 bid. Illinois sneaks in at 24, and A&M back into the rankings after a win over Florida, which was my other pick that I got right. Texas A&M -4. They beat Florida 33-20.
Very nice, very nice.
Other teams right outside Memphis. You really think that was an impressive enough win to say that they should be a top 25 team?
Yes.
I don't think beating Florida State's impressive right now. What did you just knock something over?
No.
Okay. As long as it didn't spill on the floor, I don't care. Boise State had 62 votes as well as Syracuse. Those are the main. What do you? If you spilled something on this carpet, I'm gonna kill you.
There's not. It's empty.
In a video game. All right, yeah, that's the AP Top 25. I don't have much else to say. If you want to hear my top 10, listen to the College Football Show this Thursday, 3 p.m. All right, let's talk about the games this week. We'll do the beer bet at the end of the college football Week 4 preview. We'll do all of our games for the beer bet. Let's start off another good Friday night game. Last week it was Arizona, Kansas State. A good Big 12 matchup. This time we've got Big 10 Friday night football on Fox. Number 24 Illinois goes to number 22 Nebraska. I'm excited for this.
Dylan Mahomes got something to prove.
Yes, he does.
He literally did the exact warm up.
Yeah.
Is Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Look, if you're gonna model your game after somebody, you might as well do Patrick Mahomes. Stop. Just stop. I can't speak on my own podcast. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Nebraska is 8.5. Nebraska. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm from Nebraska. I'm personally a Creighton fan, but no, Nebraska's an 8.5 point favorite in this game, but I think Illinois will put up a fight. Maybe that'll be a pick of mine on Thursday. Who knows? You might have to listen to the College Football Show on Thursday at 3 p.m. on Second Short's YouTube channel. What? We haven't gotten to the beer bet yet. We're gonna do rock paper scissors every week now. I think
$96.
Damn,
that's expensive.
Hey, people want to go see Big Red, man. I don't blame them. Okay, big game for USC at least. Number 11 USC heads on the road to Ann Arbor against number 18 Michigan.
USC all day.
Yeah, I think this is USC's big one, especially coming off a bye. Michigan has looked shaky. Yeah. Honestly, all 3 weeks. So yeah, I think Miller Moss is gonna walk in there and continue his potential Heisman run.
I think that right now that award is going to Cam Ward.
Oh, definitely. But Miller Moss has something to say. He just hasn't gotten as many games. What? Yeah, Ashton Jeanty. I personally think Jeanty's probably the favorite.
Yeah, it's just as a running back, can he keep that up? That's the big question.
That's how you win Heisman. You got to keep it up. Wait. Number 12 Utah goes on the road, plays number 14 Oklahoma State. That's a big one. Both of these teams need to prove something. I believe so. I believe Utah will have Cam Rising. But Alan Bowman has looked pretty good for Oklahoma State, considering he's in his 7th year of college football.
Yeah. That's a weird game.
It is. It is an interesting game. Before we talk about these Heisman odds that Nathan just pulled up, number 6 Tennessee heads on the road to number 15 Oklahoma. This is where Tennessee proves it. They haven't played all that great of opponents outside of NC State, which maybe was a fraud.
I think Tennessee's gonna
run their shit.
Murder them.
Yeah, I agree.
In a video game.
Number 6 Tennessee definitely gonna get a big win, I think, in Norman. Okay, I do have some sleepers that I will not be bringing up. So you'll just have to watch the Second Short College Football Show this Thursday, 3 p.m. to hear them. And also just some, food for thought. I was 2 for 1 on my picks. So if I go 2 for 1 again, you're going to win money. So watch the College Football Show on Thursday. This is not gambling advice. But if you would have run with me, you would be up. If you have a gambling problem,
If you
call
gamble,
1-800
just don't
gambler.
use your name.
Stop. Don't. Nuh-uh. Nope. None of that. No. You have to use like your fucking like SSN and stuff for actual gambling stuff. Yeah, you can't use a different name. They won't even let you have an account.
Let me know. Go to the Reddit and put your last 4 social.
Okay, we'll talk about these Heisman odds real quick. Why are you scrolling all the way down? Okay, Ulysses Bentley plus 50,000. Thank you for that. Okay, your current favorite as it stands is Cam Ward, like Colin predicted, plus 450. Then it's Jalen Milroe plus 600. Then Jackson Dart as well at plus 600. Then you have Dylan Gabriel at plus 900. That's dog shit. I would never take that. Nico, okay. Do we know how to say this yet? Yamaliava. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Plus 900. Carson Beck plus 1,400. Miller Moss should be higher. Plus 1,800. I think he got screwed over by having a bye week.
Yeah, I don't think Will Howard.
And you know the East Coast bias, of course. Yeah, Will Howard's just dumb.
Quinn Ashton.
I liked it. Ashton GT is at 2,000.
Yeah. How's Arch so high?
That's
when
unbelievable.
Quinn
Quinn
is right
is literally right there. It can't be both.
Both Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Arch Manning having a better chance than Travis Hunter is unbelievable. Avery Johnson, I liked it. I see him up there. Because I really didn't think he showed off enough before this week
Drew
in the running
Aller,
game.
get off my list.
Yeah, Cade Klubnik, fuck out of here.
Riley
Leonard.
Leonard. Touch it.
Dude, all you did was put up 66 on Rutgers.
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue. It's the same school. They almost have the same logo.
It's just an R and a P.
Yeah, and they're both like a block font. Okay. How far in are we? We're like, what, just under 2 hours? I like that. We're not going to do game time.
No, but let's do our picks.
Yeah, we're going to do picks.
We're actually not going to do rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
We're going to do whoever guesses closest to the total amount of made field goals in the NFL this year because we missed it.
What was week 1's total?
Week 1's was
57?
I think it was
Something like-
60, just over 60.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What did it end up being? All right, I have the total.
I think we probably saw less overall.
I'm going to go 108.
So that would be 40 something. I think we probably saw 50 this week.
You could guess one above or below him.
Yeah, I could. I'm going to go with 112.
Grayson's closer.
Let's go.
We're at 134.
Holy shit.
We're at 134 made field goals, leading the way.
Oh my God.
Did we have more this week than we did last week?
Yeah. If it was in the 60s last
Yeah.
week, then we did, yeah.
Leading the
low
way right
60s.
now is Brandon Aubrey and Chris Boswell, who are both 8 for 8 as well.
Wow.
They made.
And fucking.
Oswald
Then-
had 2 this week.
Yeah.
Ruby and Siebert at 7
And
for
Siebert
7.
has played one game.
And then, weirdly enough, the next one is Braden Narvison, who is
Green
6
Bay.
for 8.
Yeah. Oh, and he's just filling in because Anders Carlson's hurt.
Yeah, he's 6
Damn.
for 8, but he is the 5th highest in field goals made.
Yeah.
A lot of guys with 5.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right, let me pull up the schedule, and you guys can get to pick it.
Oh, so
you get to
I get to
decide
decide whether
you
I
want to pick the game first
Mhm.
or pick who you want first.
Oh, hold up. I see a fucking legendary name, and I'm not going to let you go past it. The rushing leader from Northwestern State, Fluff Bothwell.
That's a sick name.
Holy his name is Fluff?
Fluff.
He's got to be a pretty big guy, right? I know he's a running back, but
No.
Fluff. He's only
5'10".
219? Yeah, okay. Not as big as I guess, hope. That sounds weird. Okay. Shout out Fluff Bothwell. All right. Let's get into it. Okay. We got picks to make. This is last week.
You got to advance to
last
next
week.
week.
I'm gonna defer the game. You get to pick the first game.
I fucking hate
I'm gonna do that every time I win. I hope you know, because I think it puts me at a serious advantage.
Ooh, Florida, Mississippi State would be a good one.
Would it?
They're both really bad.
That is true.
You're going too fast.
Nobody's picking Rice Army.
No, I don't like any of these right now.
There's not even a line for that game that Nathan just showed us.
We're gonna go Arkansas Auburn.
Okay. I don't hate Thorne, but I like Arkansas's defense. That's a high total, 58 and a
Playing
half.
in Jordan Hare.
Yeah. I'm going to take Arkansas on the road.
Okay.
Taking the underdog. I don't know how much I like
So
that.
Grayson's got Arkansas and I got Auburn. God, that kills me.
That's also part of it. I wanted you to have to go with Auburn. Okay. I got the next game, right?
Yeah.
Utah, Oklahoma State. I'm glad to take whatever you don't want.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma State.
Okay. I would love to go with Monmouth FIU at Pitbull Stadium, but there's no line. No, there's no line. And UTSA is going to kick the shit out of Houston Christian. That's the thing. We're not doing lines. Like, we're doing the actual game. And it's like, it's got to be close.
I want to do Florida State Cal so bad.
Do it. I know exactly what team I'm picking.
Cal?
Yeah. I don't get. Why the fuck is Florida State the favorite? We are 0-3. Cal is 3-0.
Ooh, Georgia Southern Ole Miss? No, I'm just kidding.
Ole Miss 36.5 point favorite. Honestly, Baylor, Colorado might be a good one to go with. But we can't keep going with Colorado games for this.
Is that all the games?
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit. Should we let Nathan pick?
Oh yeah, I guess. No, it's Colin. No, Colin's turn to pick the game, so I'd get to pick first. Yeah, it doesn't.
You want to go Georgia Tech, Louisville? No. Maybe.
Louisville's a 10-point favorite. Yeah, you can pick whatever you want. I'm just telling you that's the line at the moment. Honestly, Virginia Coastal.
Houston, Cincinnati, no.
Let's go, man. Come on.
Okay,
I'm about to put you on the clock.
I'm sorry.
Come on, dude. Just pick one.
All right, we'll do.
Nathan, we're not doing St. Francis versus Eastern Michigan. You've tried to get us to do that multiple times. No.
Texas Tech, Arizona State.
Okay. Texas Tech versus Arizona State. Can you scroll to wherever that is?
It's right on his mouse.
Oh, shit. I don't know how I missed that. Okay. Texas Tech just put up 66 on North Texas, who I thought would stay close on a 9.5 point spread. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech at home in Lubbock. It's a hard place to play, man.
All right.
Colin's got Arizona State in that one. Shout out Rashad White.
So I got Arizona State, Auburn, and
what was the other one, Nathan? Oh, you have Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. All right, well, that's the beer bet for the week. I think accumulating them over the season will be cool. So right now, I guess I've already paid out Colin for the first week, and then we're even now after that. So technically, Colin's up one, but I already paid that one. Okay. Well, that is all. That is everything for this episode. Like I've said about 10 times in the last 20 minutes of the show, Second and Short College Football Show on Thursday, 3 p.m. Don't miss it. It's like I've said, feel free to give us all the feedback you want, you think we need. Anything you want us to talk about, let us know. That was a dirty-ass tackle on Joe Mixon.
I think he left the game.
Yeah, no, that was a dirty fucking tackle. He's questionable to return. Right now, Houston 16, Chicago 10, like it was before the half.
Nothing really crazy.
No. I like these jerseys for Chicago. Okay. Listen to watch the Second Short College Football Show only on YouTube on Thursdays at 3 p.m. That's a dumb throw, Caleb, and it got picked. That was a dumb. Oh, Kamari Lassiter. Oh, what's the flag though? Okay, we're gonna delay this promo for a moment.
Yeah, that was like a
dumbass throw, dude. What are you doing?
Downfield.
That was so stupid. Prior to the pass, holding. Defensive holding. Damn. Automatic first down. Oh, man. Henry Toto. Damn, bro. Yeah.
That's just horrible.
Yeah. That's a bad fucking throw. And it was to Rome. Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
What a catch, though, by Kamari Lassiter.
Yeah. Great catch by Kamari. Okay. Yeah. Perfectly placed for Kamari Lassiter. Let's see where this hold is. Yeah, that's a hold.
Also, I don't know why for the longest time, I think I was saying that Kamari Lassiter was on the Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of BJ Ojolari. I have no idea.
Did he not step out?
I thought he did. Okay, enough of this game. You guys can watch this for yourself. We will. Well, I'll see you on Thursday because you're going to watch the college football show, and then I'll see you again on Friday with me and Luke, and we'll get to talk about all the games that are going to be happening going into week 3 of the NFL season. So much to keep up with. We've also got the first week of Champions League matches to talk about. We've got, I believe, 18 matches this week. Yeah, 18 matches this week. Everybody's in action this week in the Champions League. So super exciting stuff to talk about on Friday's episode. So tune back in for that. Of course, like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications here on YouTube. If you're a podcast listener, follow us on the podcast platform. Rate 5 stars. If you've already done it, undo it, do it again. And follow us on all of our social media accounts. Join the Second Short subreddit, r/2ND short. Submit your questions on Thursday, or by Thursday, at about 4:35 p.m., and they will get answered on Questions Time for the Friday episodes. Colin, 4 words, please.
Oh, no. Why you got to put me on it? Leaves, pillow, Hyundai. You ready for this one?
I guess.
Rock.
Leaves, pillow, Hyundai, rock. Okay.
Ooh.
So, first thing, that was a... Oh, God. That was a bone rattler.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Fight, boy. Come on. Fight, 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 fight.
So leaves, pillow, Hyundai, and rock.
Okay, so I'm thinking with leaves and pillow and rock. The first thing that comes to my mind is when you say, what would hit the ground faster? 100 pounds of this or 100 pounds of that? Because when I think pillow, I think feathers.
Yeah, like a feather pillow.
Feathers, leaves. Yeah.
He's just shoving everyone away, but nobody got closer.
Aziz Al-Shair. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Let's figure this out. Is there a theme, Colin? Oh, okay. Let's put a story together.
You shrugged.
Leaves and pillow.
Okay, hold on.
Leaves makes me think fall.
But leaves could be the past tense. Or not the past tense, but the active tense or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Leaves.
Yeah, of leaving.
He leaves his pillow in the
Hyundai.
Because he hit a rock?
Because he is the Rock.
Oh my God, it's Dwayne.
It's Dwayne the Rock Johnson
Dwayne
left.
The Rock Johnson
Leaves his pillow in his Hyundai.
Is that it?
Definitely not.
Is there actually?
No.
Oh,
That's the
story though.
So Colin puts his head on his pillow, and the 3 things in his head are leaves, rocks, and his Hyundai. Holy, dude, they're trying to kill. That's the Houston defense is armed to kill right now in a video game.
Yeah, in a video.
All right, guys.
In that.
Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will try to enjoy ours.
Falcons against the Eagles.
Yeah. Keep the Falcons in your prayers. Keep Drake London in your prayers. He needs 21 fantasy points, or you might be praying for him in a video game. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Colin, thank you again for joining me, as per usual.
You're welcome, sir.
What a fantastic co-host. This was Second and Short. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
So hormonal.
What the hell?